Sometimes life doesn't teach you gently. Sometimes you gotta lose your way before you find your road. Yeah. I learned real young that the road ain't straight. You can give your all and still have to wait. Every closed door, every missed opportunity, every hard lesson became a part of me. I carried the weight when nobody knew. Put my head down, had some work to do. No shortcuts, no handouts, no easy ride. Just one more step with the fire inside. I watched some dreams turn into scars. Watched some nights wishing on stars. But every setback had something to say. Get back up, you ain't finished the thing. And I know the hardest roads can change your soul. And I know you don't find strength until you lose control. I'm still here, I'm still standing through the fire, through the damage. Every scar became a lesson, every loss became direction. I won't let the darkness define me. There's a better life waiting behind me. When the world says I can't make it through, I'll keep fighting for the ones I love too. Family first, that's what matters. When everything else falls and shatters at the end of the road, when the battle is done, it's not what you had, it's who you became. I've seen people chase what they thought was gold, only to find out that the price was a soul. Bills on the table, pressure on the mind, trying to build tomorrow while surviving the night. You learn who's real when the lights get low, who's gonna stay when there's nowhere to go. Success ain't measured by the things you own, it's the people you love when you're finally home. Craven, keep pushing, you know how it goes. Every creator carries weight nobody knows. You put in the hours when nobody sees, plant those seeds for the life that you dream. No overnight victory, no perfect plan, just faith in yourself and the strength to stand. Take every failure, turn it into fuel.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to episode 53 live Sundays with Craven. It is just gone 7. I had to play that track there made by the one, the only Kalilo, and I absolutely love it. You guys seem to like it too. How are we all doing on this Sunday evening, this fine Sunday evening? More heat, and there's going to be more heat in this tonight. Let me tell you, we've got a juicy one in store tonight, ladies and gentlemen. It's about to go down, and I cannot wait to bring in my guest. And before I do, I see lots of yellows and blues. I want to say thank you to everyone that's here. 30 of you in from the very, very start. Thank you so much. If you enjoyed these shows, do me a favor and smash the like button. And if you haven't already, subscribe to the channel so you don't miss future episodes. So I want to say a big thank you to Gimli, who is a channel member, and he has gifted 10 jewels. He's also gifted 900 jewels, a duckling. I turned this feature on. I don't even know what it does. I think you pay for these things, so thank you so much. Jonathan Herbert has given me a treat, 5 jewels. Thank you so much. Gimli again back in with the clock it. I don't know what these mean, but I love it. It's amazing. Great start, guys. I hope you are good. I hope you've had a lovely weekend, and I really hope you can enjoy this evening with me and my special guest. Before I bring him in, I'm going to say hello. You may have seen your names popping up on screen already, but let's say a quick hello to all of you. Yeah, you may have noticed that. I have no idea how that got there. Just traffic cones keep showing up all around the place. I really don't know what the trend is. You'll have to let me know. Hello to Sav10. Good to see you, mate. Investable Collectibles, my friend. This man won a giveaway, and we don't know where the package has gone, but fear not. there's going to be another one heading your way, my friend. I've got you covered. You're a channel member, and thank you so much for being one. Jack Stacks, good to see you. Dub C, you have a great channel, my friend. Thank you so much for tuning into the show this evening. Benson, of course, the man, the leader. Thank you so much. The founder of Apex Bullion, the best Discord group for stackers, in my personal opinion. And you can find the link to join Apex in the description. Go and do that right now. Miss Stacking with Craven. How did that go get that? I really don't know. I'm sorry. Oh my God. How many? One sec, guys. How many of these jewels are you sending? What's going on? I'm just going to say thank you to everyone on screen. There's a few that came through. Thank you, Amina. Thank you, Shiny. Thank you again, Gimli. You're doing crazy things with these. What's going on? Guys, honestly, this is amazing. Bo collects coins. Good to see you, mate, as always. Thank you for being here. James the Bullion, you also have a great channel, my friend. You're putting out some really good content. Keep it going, and thank you for being here. Barra, one of the best names in the community, is in the house, as always, supporting. Thank you so much. Robot Toaster, Silver Serps, good to see you. Blue Collar, I had the honor of being on your channel yesterday for maybe the 5th or 6th time. I don't know. I've lost track. One of my brothers from across the pond, as there are many of you guys. Hey, everybody. Just wanted to let you know that I'm driving right now, so I can't respond to chat, but I'm here for support. Hope everyone's having a great day. Thank you so much, mate. Thank you so much. Always supporting. Really appreciate it. Oh, Gimli, you need to stop, man. You're on a mad one this evening. That's amazing. Thank you so much. £5 super chat off the bat. Craven, you are a legend. No, you're a legend. Thank you so much. That's very generous. I really do appreciate it. Thank you. Shotgun Susie. Well, you said the song kicks ass. I can't take credit for it. I think you already know. I definitely know it's Kalilo, who we're going to bring in shortly. I don't want to keep him waiting any longer. But build up the suspense a bit more before we really get into it. But yeah, he did a fantastic job on that song. And the first thing I did was ask him to send me it. We might need to listen to it one more time before the end of play. I might play it at the end of the podcast when we wrap up. How about that? Matt Wind, good to see you. Thank you so much. Mitchie Stacker, great to see you. We had a good chat in the after party yesterday with Blue Collar and Silver Serps. That is amazing. There we go, guys. Head over and check out the Apex Bullion Discord group. The link there shared by Jokers. That is a real community with a fantastic marketplace. We have daily voice calls. Everyone gets involved. It doesn't matter whereabouts you are in the world. If there's a giveaway, you'll always be included. There's so much in there. There's something for everyone. And I can personally vouch, it's a fantastic group and it's focused on the community. So get involved. Do not miss out. Really good prices on silver and gold if you want to stack, and get good value for your money, really. What's this here, guys? Oh, my goodness. Mitchie Stacker, thank you so much, brother. $4.99 super chat. You guys are so kind. Thank you so much. And Miss Stacking with Craven with the 1,000 jewels, the GOAT trophy. Thank you. Miss Stacking with Craven, my better half, if you didn't know already, my backbone, the best person in my life. Thank you so much. But I'm not going to say any more before you guys start making ring comments. So, guys, if I've missed your name, I'm so sorry. It's great to see so many of you here from the very start. But I'm not going to keep our special guest waiting any longer. No, we are not. Let's remove this from the screen and bring in the man who is always live. The radio station for stackers, the legend, the man with a stream deck that he's pressing all sorts of noises. I need to take a leaf out of this guy's book when it comes to live streams. You know who I'm talking about. He is racing up the subscribers. That would be the one, the only, Kalilo. How you doing, mate? Thank you so much.
What's going on? What an entrance. Woo! If I had some walkout music, man, that'd be perfect. Shoot.
Oh, well, I should ask you for some music, mate. People were enjoying that track before.
Yo, the Craven song is perfect, man. I love that song.
I do too. It's really good. And just so the guys know, the inspiration for that, I sort of hinted that I wanted one. And you kind of asked me, what do you like? And I said, Linkin Park. And you just from that, you went and made that song. And it's perfect. I love it.
Yeah, man. I got you, buddy. Yeah, man. I try to tailor anything unique to people. I go to their channels, and then if I know a little bit about them, I can put it into the algorithm, come up with some really good lyrics, and then create the song. So I try to tailor it very specific to the person. And, I play around with it, the lyrics, because as you know, AI doesn't get it right. And there's that whole concept of the human in the loop as it relates to AI. So a lot of this work, I do it. Yes, I use AI as a tool, but I create the ideas.
Yeah, you're very creative. You're very talented. And as I keep saying, I think you're going to go very far in this space, mate, especially with your
Yeah.
work ethic. And just off the bat, guys, if for some goddamn reason you have not heard or seen or been involved in Kalilo's channel, his lives, where have you been? Have you been hiding under a rock? Check out Kalilo's channel and please show some love. Hit the subscribe button. He makes fantastic content. I'm telling you now, if you're ever having a bad day, tune into one of Kalilo's lives. Your day will get better from that point. His link to his channel is in the description of this video, and I highly recommend you go over and check it out because I personally am a fan. I absolutely love your content, mate, and I'm sure we can go into detail, talk about that, and maybe what your future plans are. But the general format of my show, don't you?
Absolutely. Can I make one quick announcement? I haven't made this live yet.
Of course.
Yeah, man. So as of last night, actually overnight when I logged in, I'm at my 4,000 hours, man. 4,000 hours. And once I hit the 1,000 subscribers, I will be fully bona fide monetized, man.
Yeah, congratulations, mate. You deserve it, guys. Can we get some GZs in the chat, please? Congratulations. You've smashed that. You deserve it. You're always live, 24-hour live streams. People can listen to, tune in. That's amazing. No one else is doing it like you. So well done. They're all coming through in the chat here. It's good to see. You definitely got some supporters today, which is really good to see. And what can I say, mate? I'm really happy that we're finally getting this opportunity to speak on my show live. It's the first time. And I think it's going to be interesting this evening. There are a few hot topics that we want to go into. But the general format of my show. Now, as you know, you were due to come on my show 2 weeks ago. I personally cancelled that show because of a family issue, which of course, family comes first, say no more. But I'm really glad you're back on now. So we're going to go back 3 weeks to my podcast where I had Cobra Stacker, Andy, Creative Precious Metals, and of course, Josh, McDonald Bullion. They left some questions for you, my friend. Are you ready? Do you honestly feel ready to answer these questions?
Yeah, let's do it.
Okay, I'm going to start with. I'm going to save Andy's till last.
Let's go.
McDonald Bullion's question for you was this: if you could be any object for an entire day, what would you be and why?
Oh, that is such a good question. I have thought about it. This is an object, and we know that it exists, but we don't know everything about this object. It is the black holes in space. I would love to just be that object, like to know what it is, why the time, like the space time has imploded. Just the idea about the event horizon. There's like been so many sci-fi movies about black holes. The whole idea of spaghettification. Like I'm a huge nerd when it comes to space and time. And yeah, if I could be any object, it would be a black hole, and that would be so cool to know what it actually is. And is it a wormhole to other galaxies? You know what I mean? So, anyways.
That's a very interesting response. I wasn't sure where you were going to go with that. Does it class as an object? I suppose it does.
It's an object. It's a thing. It exists.
To be an object, all you need to do is exist, isn't it? Like it's a thing, like you say. That's a great answer. And you know what?
Thanks, man.
You say you're a nerd on those kind of topics and like space and stuff. I could speak for hours about that kind of stuff.
Oh,
so
man.
maybe
You say when, man. If we want to go off on the fringe topics for at least a good 10 minutes, I'm there. I'm ready. Let's go.
Yes. I'm sure we can. It's quite a popular topic in the community, but we've got some other things, some other pressing matters we're going to address this evening. But you've still got some questions. Before I do, I don't normally focus on the chat at this point because it is about you, but I'm going to read Joker's comment because it is quite funny. Joker says, Craven's only got Kalilo on here because he has a secret man crush on him. It's the voice. How can you not love it? It's true. I will give it to you. You have a very you have a voice for radio. You know that you do. I don't know what can I say.
We call that a bromance here in the US.
Thank you so much, Humble. A member for 4 months. Legend. Thank you,
Nice, Humble.
my good friend. Right, so I don't want to get distracted. Your next question, this one was from Cobra Stacker, and he asked, Kalilo, how was the first ever Pokemon card distributed to the public?
Man, that took me a little bit of research. I'll just give you the quick answer. Hopefully it's right. The first cards, plural, was the Pikachu and the Jigglypuff. And they were part of an insert as a peel away in some sort of promotion that they did in Japan back in 96. So that's what I was able to dig up, is that it wasn't one card, but it was those 2 cards. And my understanding was that recently, I forget, one of those famous YouTubers bought one for like $1 million, or I don't know. It was like over $1 million. What's his face? He does all the fights. I forget his name, but anyways, I understand he bought a Pikachu or something like that in the magazine, and it was like over $1 million anyway, something like that. So I hope that's right, but that's what the Google said. So,
well, I would love to confirm or deny. We'll have to check in with Cobra on that one, because great question, but I have no idea what the answer is. I just ask people for the questions. I don't know.
yeah.
It's interesting though, and I did get into Pokemon for a little while, and it was really fun. And there's some there's some crazy money in that space for sure. So the answer, it wasn't an easy question, but now, are you ready for your third? Oh, we got here. Well done, mate. James the Bullion has confirmed that is correct.
Oh, nice. All right.
And
cool.
He said Jake Paul. Is that who you meant?
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Jake Paul. Yeah. That's the.
Thank you, James. Really, really appreciate that. And guys, if as we go through, this is what it's all about. If you want to put your comments in, we focus on the chat entirely in the second half of the show. So I might miss stuff in the first half because I'm going to be asking my own questions to Kalilo. But if you have answers to stuff, please keep popping them in. I may pick up on it earlier on and just get involved, because your opinions make this conversation what it is. And now, before we ask the third question, I can see Andy CPM. Love to know what Google said about the next question. Right. Okay. Ladies and gentlemen, the third question was from Andy, Creative Precious Metals. He has a fantastic channel. Check it out if you haven't already. Regular guest on this show. And his question for Kalilo was this. Kalilo, if you could star in an adult hold the line.
Yeah, pause. Go ahead, man. Blue Collar just came in with a $99.99 super chat. If we could Don DeMarco, I'd give him a Don DeMarco. Holy. Can I read this as a guest?
Please do.
Blue Collar Stacker with a $100 super chat. 20 from Jesus, 20 from Michi Balance, from BCS, and Average Jane. Buying something nice for the new and improved stack. Wow, Blue Collar. Very, very generous, brother.
Holy word I can't say right now. Where's Kalilo's soundboard when I need it? Jesus
I'm saying,
Christ.
man. I'm saying. I owe Blue Collar a Don DeMarco. I'm going to give him 2 Don DeMarcos on the show tomorrow, first thing.
Blue Collar. I don't know what to say. Oh my God, $100 super chat, Blue Collar. Wow.
And Janie. He said Janie in there.
And of course, Jane. Sorry, I'm a little bit stuck for words. Buy something nice for the new and improved stack. Yeah, oh my God. And Jesus, Mitchie as well. Because the guys are donating super chats when I was on his live saying they wanted to contribute towards my rebuild. Oh, Blue Collar, thank you so much, mate. I really don't know what to say. I'm going to have to call you after this live. I'll probably be able to put better words together. Benson's asking, can he borrow £10? Oh, wow. Blue Collar, you're a legend, mate. Thank you so much. I wasn't expecting that. It's totally thrown me off. That is incredibly generous. That is the biggest donation super chat I've ever seen. Wow. You guys, that is crazy. You too, man. I love you too. Wow. Ah, yeah,
Solid,
there are
man.
no
That's first
words.
class, man. That's first class, top shelf, right there.
Yeah, and guys, if any of you are are not subscribed to Blue Collar Stackers channel, I am asking you with everything I possibly can, go and subscribe to him. He is a legend. Like I say, I've been on his show multiple times, and the show with Vegas. They do a fantastic job. It's so much fun. He is a legend, a gentleman, and that is crazy. You knew straight away, Khalilo. I was about to ask you that question, which I still will. That super chat came through, and you were like, "Yeah, dude, hold the line. It's fine. I get it. Look, you got to attend to business right now."
Absolutely, man. Yeah. See, I think that. See, so I'm like, I pander to the chat because that's what brings me joy. I love just hanging out and talking with the chat. So whenever I do lives, they do not get ignored. Not by me.
Wow, that is absolutely crazy. Thank you, Blue Collar. I'm going to talk to you after this live if you're available. You said before you were driving. How have you done a $100 super chat whilst driving? Maybe you pressed the wrong button. I don't know. Amazing. I'll talk to you after, mate. Thank you so much once again. Right. Crazy. What a start, guys. You guys are so generous, like always, but today, don't know what's going on. Super, super generous.
We're only 20 minutes in.
Yeah, I know. And I've spent 10 minutes talking about the super chat because I don't know what to say. Amazing. Right. This is the question everyone's been waiting for. Yeah, finger slipped. I thought so. So, Khalilo, Andy CPM, Creative Precious Metals, wants to know if you could star in an adult movie. He did use a different word, but I've gone with adult movie. What would your name be?
My name would be El Taco Grande.
Could you say that again, please? I'm going to enlarge on you.
Not El Taco. Y'all better stop with all that nonsense. El Taco Grande. That's what my name would be. No explanation needed. That's it.
Well, I mean, I want to ask why.
El Taco, well, because number one, I love me some tacos.
Yeah.
And then two, because I'm Mexican American, so it's part of my heritage. So
oh, fair dues, man. Good answer. Really good answer. And they were some interesting questions. But don't worry, you will have the opportunity at the end of the show to leave any question you want. There are no rules. Doesn't have to be about precious metals. It can be about anything you want. You can leave a question for the next guest I have on this show in the future.
oh man,
so
I'm gonna have to use, I don't know what, but yeah, I'm gonna get them back.
Oh, the comments are brilliant tonight, mate. That was amazing. Everyone loves tacos. Bigger the better. Absolutely. Chronicle.
Yeah. And if anybody doesn't know what grande means in Spanish, it means big. So
yeah. I kind of got that from like the coffee situation. The grandes are like the bigger ones, right? Yeah. No?
Yeah.
I guess. Well, Silver Serpent says, how do you say taco monster in Spanish?
Taco monster, monstruo de taco. I don't know.
Oh,
monstruo, yeah, quizás monstruo de taco.
Yeah, I'm not letting you go anywhere near Miss Craven with that accent, by the way. No chance.
Nah, Mrs. Khalilo, she keeps a very tight leash. I'll tell you what.
Oh, are you talking about the taco being asking for a friend? This Average Jade. There's so many innuendos in here, guys. Wow.
Janie,
and thank you, Average Jade.
Janie's the best.
Yeah. Oh, packed full of beef. You've opened the tin of worms, mate. And I think we can see where the chat's going there. That is brilliant. But Khalilo, I want to talk about you. Congratulations once again on your channel. You've just hit the 4,000 watch hours, which is a great time to achieve that because YouTube are doubling that to 8,000 soon. So that's a very good time. What is sort of if for someone that maybe hasn't come across your channel, what does Khalilo do? What is the Khalilo channel all about, and how does that relate to your story with stacking?
Yeah, buddy. So I'll start off with the Monday, Wednesday, Fridays. I try to be consistent on the Morning Metals radio show. So I do that every morning, 6 a.m. Pacific Standard Time here in the U.S. I will just go live and go over some of the daily updates, market, prices, go over the news, and then look at deals and then just hang out, play music with the chat. It's primarily a radio show for, is what I call it. So I come up with my own music that I create for the radio show, and then I try to play the music, and then I catch up with the chat, and that's usually what it is. And it's no more than about an hour, Monday, Wednesday, Friday. I do it right before I start my actual day job. And then just most recently, in the last, I want to say, month or so, is I just transitioned to doing on the side a 24/7 or a nonstop top shelf radio show. And so that just goes on, plays on a loop. And I've been adding music. And the purpose of that is the music, number one, that I use from the show, but also additional music, my way of building a place where the community can get together, hang out, talk metals. And then in addition, and for me, most importantly, it's motivation. So mindset motivation. So that's my brand. I talk often that my brand is I like to speak life into the community. So I like to encourage people. And so anybody, even I was telling this to my wife the other day, even if you're having a good day, we still can use positive mindset affirmations and just positive words. So I add that as part of the nonstop show. Anyone can jump in. You'll get a positive motivation clip, some advice or whatever, and then just music, just to hang out, have a good time. So. Oh, and then real quick, so if I can end, shout out to Amina, Shotgun Susie, Tanya, Gold Sniping Farmer, Cavalier. These are my regulars. They're always in there hanging out. We call it the treehouse. And so people are just hanging out, having a good time, listening to music.
Yeah, it's always a really good crowd in there. I personally love jumping in the live chats and listening. Whether it's just a live radio or when you're actually presenting and doing your thing as well. It's so much fun. And as I say, guys, I do highly recommend that. I'm not just saying that because Khalil's on the show. I'm in there regularly myself because I am a fan. I enjoy it. So yeah, check it out if you haven't already. Really quick, buddy, before I ask you some more questions, Benson wants to know, can he send you a poker chip? Is that something
Yeah,
you can
absolutely.
sort out?
I just dropped my email for him. So just shoot me an email or hit me up on the Apex Discord, and we can connect about to exchange shipping information.
Yeah, perfect. And you, as you mentioned there, you are part of Apex. We can have a good chat about that and your experience with Apex shortly. Still want to focus on you. You're not off the hook, mate.
All right.
What? When we talk about stacking channels, obviously, what I really like about yours is how unique it is with your setup, with the show, the music, the kind of style and the vibe that you create. It's very positive. It's very fun. It's very energetic. It's also very relaxing as well. Where do the metals fit into that? How do you see yourself telling your stacking story through your channel? Like, for example, some people share their latest pickups and their goals and stuff like that. Is there anything we can maybe expect to see in the future? What's sort of your idea about that?
Yeah, man. So if you wouldn't mind, I can just share briefly how I actually started. The way that I started, believe it or not, Blue Collar Stacker has a lot to do. Blue Collar and Vegas. I want to say Blue Collar, Vegas, and Thousand there. So watching the Saturday chat or the Saturday morning chill, and then the Monday night metals. As a stacker, right? Most of us are really quiet. We don't go around advertising. And to be honest, before I started doing content, I still don't have any other social media that I actually go on and post or whatever. But anyways, I was very private, and I was watching the shows, and then I'd be interacting in the chat. And then one day, Blue Collar's like, "Hey, man, we'd really like to hear from you. You have a lot to say." And he invited me on, and it was really fun. I had a good time. We had a good chat. And then from there, I went on a live with Thousand there. And then, the guys just kept encouraging me to make content. And I'm like, you know what? I'm going to give it a shot. And then aside from that, my wife is like, hey, you're savvy. Why don't you give this a shot? You have, good information. So I started making content and just sharing my pickups, the things that I like. And it really just, if you look at, if you watch my first video, it is super goofy. It is super weird, but it was just me sharing my love of my metals, which is like Libertades or Mexican silver. As you can see, I have 2 Banco de Mexico canvas bags. So obviously, again, I'm Mexican American. So it's the stuff that I enjoy. And so that's what I shared initially, and it was really just to kind of share the hobby, right? Just to share with the community what I like to do, and then from there is when it really started to take off with my brand, and that took time, energy, effort, as you know, and I won't get into all the details, but I just wanted to do something different. And then, to be honest, the video thing, making videos, to me just got so challenging, because I remember making a video for 5 minutes and I edited it for like 3 or 4 hours. I'm like, holy smokes, I'm taking way too much time. So one day I just said, I just want to go live. And believe it or not, I couldn't sleep. It was about 3 or 4 in the morning. All of a sudden it hit me. Why don't you just do a live radio show? It just came to me, man. No joke. It just came to me. And I remember getting up from bed. My wife was sleeping and I came over here to my office, which is now like my studio. And I just started putting together ideas. And so that's kind of how the radio show came to be. And it's just sharing my brand, the things that I like, and just who I am. That's really it. Like, there's nothing special. I'm just sharing like my perspective of things. And then again, trying to speak life into the community. And then also at the same time, keep it authentic, keep it entertaining, and not do a lot of the same stuff that's just constantly regurgitated, you know?
I really respect the creative side that you bring. I think what you're doing is making a growing impact on this fantastic community that we have, and I'm so glad that I came across you when I did, and we've had a chance to get to know each other a little bit, catch up. It's been really fun getting to know you. We've had a lot of laughs, as you know.
Mhm.
Really quick, mate. You know, with like the radio show, which I think you've really found your lane there. I think you are smashing it, especially with these custom tracks that you're making.
Mhm. Mhm.
Benton's maybe getting a little bit jealous after hearing my song, and he says, Kalilo, can you make me a D&B, a drum and bass tune? Would that be
Drum
possible at all?
drum and bass. I'll have to figure out what that means. We'll get into contact in the Discord, in the Apex Discord. Maybe we can do a chat one of these days, one of the calls like we did the other day
Yeah,
with Andy and the guys. But yeah, I would love to understand more what it is, and then know a little bit about you so that I can customize it.
100%. And I really like that. It's not just a song; you put some thought into it, which I love. And hey, it won't take long for you to speak to Benton in Apex. There is literally a call every single day. Everyone's getting involved. It's so active, and I've seen you in there a lot, mate, as well, which is great to see.
Yeah, can I say something about that? So the other day, I haven't done it. So Discord is still, I'm still learning, getting the learning about Discord and how it works. But I created one for my subscribers, for the Tribe Circle of Trust, the members. But I saw you guys one day in a call, and I'm like, well, what is this? And I just clicked it, and you all were just hanging out, talking, and then I got to hear Andy, and everybody's just chopping it up and just giving each other a hard time, and that was fun, man. That was really really fun. It was my first time, and I just, yeah, Apex is where it's at. Like, good information if you want to learn and buy from each other, buy, sell, trade, whatever. Share pictures, and then do the phone calls, man. That's awesome, dude. Like, I've never done that, and that was my first time, and I really really had a good time, man.
It was. We had a lot of laugh. You you brought up some controversial topics, which I am very keen to discuss, as the title suggests, guys. But we'll get there. We'll get there. I want to say
Oh
thank
yeah.
you to Mr. E really quick. 1,000 jewels, the GOAT trophy. I don't know if you've seen these before, Kalilo. I'm getting these gifts as opposed to super chats. All I did was the YouTube studio asked me to turn on gifts. I don't know what
Hmm.
they mean. I don't know how much people have spent. I
Yeah,
really don't know. Sorry, guys.
that's money, buddy. Those jewels are, well, currency or fiat, and then you can turn that currency and fiat into this stuff if you really want to. Which I
Well,
probably,
that
which you could.
works because I've got some stacking to do. I'm rebuilding from
Yeah, buddy.
scratch, as you know.
Yeah, buddy. Yeah, yeah, absolutely.
So thank you to Mr. E and everyone else tonight that has been donating. Thank you so much. But just remember, just being here, being in the chat, supporting myself and other creators and special guests like Kalilo, it really does mean so much. It really does. So thank you. And I hope you're enjoying the show. If you are, hit the like button. So yeah. And before, by the way, I saw a lot of people comment in the Matrix video. Is that the first one you did?
Not the first one. It was one of the first creative ones that I did. Cause like I said, I was trying to think of things that were just unique and just, again, authentic. And so again, it was one of those days I couldn't sleep. It was about 4 or 5 in the morning. And I was like, I remember, because I grew up watching The Matrix, some of my favorite movies. And then most recently, as you probably know, people talk about The Matrix as, we kind of use it currently to talk about, ideas, concepts, whatever. Anyways, I was just like, well, I'm going to see if I can create something. So I started working on a script, and then I threw Blue Collar in there, Vegas, I think Dragoon, Serps. I just started adding these characters and came up with a storyline about like fighting against inflation. And I don't know, it was just some whimsical thing. It was fun, but as you know, I spent so much time, man. I think in altogether that first video, I probably spent a good 8 to 10 hours. And I think I only got like maybe less than 100 views or something at first. And I was just like, yeah, I need to figure out something different. So you know what I mean?
Well, it's funny, really. As from the video side, I love doing the live streams, and as you know, I also make the videos. And you kind of highlighted a point before that not everyone will realize is that for what might be 5, 6, 7, 8, anything really up to 10 minutes or sometimes more of video online, a creator spends in most cases a lot more than that for that to really come apart. And if you're doing something a bit more complex and unique and creative, the deeper you go with the editing, it takes a lot of time. So when you said that you found it a challenge, quite challenging to keep reproducing more new content, new ideas to that level, it can be a challenge. And have you found, is live streams really where you want to push the most of your channel, or can we expect more videos? Because I personally would love to see some Kalilo videos, especially I want to see the shiny you got. You've got a lot of the I want to say it. I can't say it like you can. If I say Libertad, it just doesn't sound good anymore because you're here. Can we get it? Libertad.
Yes, the Libertades. I often get asked what's my favorite piece. And my favorite piece is this one here. This was my first ever gold, and it is 1.2 ounces, so it's a big piece of gold. Now it's worth maybe about 5,300 USD. But yeah, I mean, I love anything Mexican American or Mexican, the US, oh my gosh, Casa de Moneda, which is the Mexico Mint. And so I love everything that they do. Whoops, sorry, what happened? Yeah, I like anything Mexican, and this was my first gold piece. I bought it back when gold was, I want to say 1,800, so I think I paid about 2,100 for this piece right here. Of course, again, it's more than appreciated, but yeah, no, I like Mexican stuff. I like to share my heritage. It's what I identify with, what brings me joy. But as far as the videos go, I will make videos. Of course, I still make videos of the things that I pick up, but mostly I'm gonna just lean into the lives, because my number one happiness, like I said, the thing that fills my cup is interacting with the lives or with the chat and getting to know them, hearing their stories. And just like most recently, I'll try not to get into it too much, but the humble stacker, right? He's sharing some hardships that he went through. You shared some hardships, right? You had to liquidate. So these are real things, real life, right? It's not just this fun, oh, look at this cool thing. I want to talk about life. I want to talk about stuff that really impacts us and the things that we need help with. Because, for example, so for every one stacker, there's probably about 10 to 20 of them who don't know anything about stacking, and they're maybe on the fence. So all of these interactions, all of the stories, it can really help somebody. And anytime I hear from somebody, like earlier today, Shotgun Susie, she's like, giving me some compliments and talking about the impact that I've made in her life just with one song. That means so much to me. That means so much to me. And so that's what I want to continue to do, is just lean into the live stuff and interacting with the community.
I love that, and I can relate in my own way. Obviously I enjoy making videos. I can't do them all the time, but the lives I do every single week, nowhere near as often as you do. I think your work ethic is incredible, but the real reward out of it isn't necessarily how many views you get, how many subscribers or anything like that. It's when what you've done has either lifted somebody's day, helped them, the feedback where you say, thank you so much, I really enjoyed this. It means so much. And it's like you with the tracks, the custom tracks, they do make an impact. And, I'll say it, I felt really good listening to that track, because it wasn't just made for the sake of it. It was very well thought through, and the lyrics are fantastic. So Thank
Yeah,
you for
buddy.
being you, basically, mate, and keep it going. I've said this. I think you will go far. Just keep going, keep plugging away, and you're continuing to grow in popularity.
Thanks, my friend. Yeah, I really appreciate that. Like I said, I never thought I'd get this far. My wife and I talked about it because I think I've mentioned it several times. The work that I have it keeps me very, very busy. I have a lot of responsibility, and I absolutely love it. I'm passionate about what I do for a living. It feeds me and my wife, and it allows us to have the life that we have. But aside from this also brings me a lot of joy. It's something that I said from the jump that I would only do it for fun. I didn't plan on making any money. I didn't plan on, getting monetized. It was just, again, just for sharing the hobby, getting to know people from all over the world, basically. And it's just turned into what it's turned into. And I'm just really happy. And I hope that I hit 1,000 subscribers soon so I can get fully monetized and I can continue to give back to the community.
100%. Once again, guys, if you haven't already, at least um can
I
you
saw that.
I just see the
TPM.
comment.
Is that Andy?
This is brilliant. Now we're gonna have to get to this. People are waiting for this, I'm sure. CPM Invest. Can Kalilo make a track about fractional silver is a scam? Can you do that?
I can certainly do that. Will I? Probably not, but I can certainly do it.
Well, do you know what? We were just talking about, I was saying you were growing in popularity. Let's go right now. So, Kalilo, I can't wait any longer to ask this. Are you ready?
Let's do it. Let's go.
Now, as you mentioned, I am a fan of yours. I'm also a huge fan of Blue Collar Stacker. I love his show live. And you were on that show recently, weren't you?
Yeah.
You were.
Yeah.
Go
For it.
on.
Well, I'm over here showing. I'm showing gold while you're doing the intro.
Okay, I got you. So when you were on that show, you made some statements. Okay, some strong statements, hot topics. You made the statement, Kalilo, that fractional silver is a scam. Could you explain to me and the audience watching, what do you mean by that? And is fractional silver really a scam?
Absolutely. So before I get into it, I have two things. I want to explain how the blue collar thing happened. And then I want to give my preamble before I give my argument so that I don't get completely crucified and canceled in the stacking community. So number one, blue collar was doing his normal, what was it? Monday evening live. And he dropped the link and he's like, hey, anybody want to come up? And he was on there with Janie. And of course, I love Janie. And so I clicked the link because earlier in the day, Humble had a live where I had made the comments about the fractional silver. And so I wanted to just kind of, and I also made a video and the video got deleted because I just messed up. But I made a very, very controversial, very cheeky video that nobody will ever see because it got deleted. And so I still had it in me. I wanted to let it out. Anyways, I went on to Blue Collars. He didn't even invite me. I just clicked the link. He was so generous and had me up. And so we started talking about it. And I just said, and the statement that I made was, I think fractional silver is a scam. I think it's basically, it's so much of a scam that I think it's just like goldbacks and that I think it's a bunch of nonsense. And I stand by those words. But before I get into the explanation about why I think fractional silver is a scam, I want to say this. I think, for American stackers, I think constitutional 90% is one of the best forms of fractional silver. But for the UK folks, stackers, I'd say the same principle applies to whatever is recognizable, whatever is efficiently priced for you all, and whatever is readily available for you in your market. And the last thing I'll say is any stacking, anything that you can afford, anything that you like, go for it to your heart's content. I think that's what it's about. I have a bunch of stuff on here that I like. Would I stack it? No, absolutely not. But that's just, so what we're going to get into is my opinion, like what I think. I'm not picking on anybody. It's not personal, Serps. It's not about you. It's not about anybody who stacks fractional. This is just my opinion. So we can get into it now if you want.
Yeah, give me 2 seconds just to cover the two things in the chat, my friend. And I definitely do want to get into it with you on that one. Bears gifted 5 memberships. Thank you so much, Bear. I really do appreciate that, buddy. I hope you're doing well. That's so generous. And thank you for being here as well. Yeah, that's amazing. Chat is really generous tonight, guys. Thank you so much. Amina as well with the jewels. Thank you so much. And congratulations to the 5 guys that's just been gifted a membership by Bear. Please do say thank you. I can't see who that is, but congratulations. So, Kalilo, the word scam. I want to start with the word scam. Now, a scam usually refers to fraudulent activity. If somebody commits fraud, so that's what a scam is. They have scammed someone.
Yes.
Now, my understanding, personally, just to give you my idea, my understanding of fractional silver is it's quite simple, really. The smaller you go, everyone knows, the higher the premiums. People that have been in stacking or just started tend to know that it's not hard to work out that the smaller pieces of silver are not as good value. You're paying higher over the odds with these premiums and getting less silver for your money, less silver per pound or dollar. So it's not as good value. But does that make it a scam? Explain to me in your own words. This feels like an interrogation.
Let's go. I like it.
Explain to me. Yeah, I'm loving this. Explain to me in your own words what you mean by a scam. And I will just say that our good friend CPM, Andy, who is listening to every word you're saying, says yes. Please explain, and no excuses.
No excuses. Oh yeah, I'm never gonna walk back what I say. I make no apologies. I said what I said.
So. Yeah, what do you mean by a scam? Because, for example, I would feel scammed if I bought, if I bought fractional silver and what came was a piece of plastic. It's a scam. When people buy it, they may be paying high premiums, but they're not being scammed. They can see what they're buying before they buy it, and they still choose to because that's their choice. It's their money. It's not a scam. It's just not as good value as the 1 ounce. The 1 ounces aren't always as good as something bigger. And it's on and on and on. So why are they a scam in your own opinion?
So the way that you set up the question, I that's not what I said. That's not what I think. What I think, or here, let me just rewind a little bit. Again, Andy, no excuses. I'm going to give it to you straight, buddy, here in just a second. But remember, when I got on the live with Blue Collar Stacker, a lot of things transpired that day. One of those things was that we have somebody here in the U.S. called Silver Dave. And Silver Dave was there for whatever reason, not just him. And again, not against Silver Dave, but I'm just saying that the specific content that was being pushed pretty much the entire day was about these little bits, these 1/10 bits. And he was just pumping and pumping. I think I saw somebody that they bought like a gallon or buckets full. And I was just feeling very cheeky. And so that's where that stemmed from. And I said, man, this is a scam. Like in my mind, I just said, man, that's a scam. And remember, as stackers, most of us are like very fringe thinkers, right? We're the people from the Matrix that got opened, that we got released from the Matrix. We don't think like everybody else. And so that day I kept seeing the same thing over and over again: fractional silver, the bits, blah, blah, blah. And for me, pattern recognition, when I see a lot of the same thing over and over again, that usually tells me that something's wrong, or that, there's some sort of agenda being pushed. And so anyways, the first thing that came to my mind was, this is a scam, just like goldbacks. I think goldbacks are a scam. But again, these are my opinions. I'm not attacking anybody who stacks this stuff. I'm just saying I think it's a scam. And then if you understand that premise, again, that day I was seeing the things. I was like, this just all seems like a scam to me. But do I think collecting or buying or investing or stacking little tiny pieces of silver is a scam in and of itself? No. I'm coming to it if there's some pumper out there that's pushing a bunch of high premium things, or they're not really giving an explanation to somebody that knows nothing about stacking. To me, I think that's wrong. I think that what they first need to be educated on what stacking is, or maybe financial literacy, building an emergency fund, and then maybe getting into like lower premium items. So like here in the US, we talk about like generic silver buffalo. So for example, here's a gold buffalo, but a generic silver buffalo, they tend to have really low premiums for us. So I would tell people, or I would tell myself, again, not financial advice, but I would tell myself, buy stuff that's low premium first. And if all you can afford is fractional, I would tell myself, well, then buy buy 90%. It's really, really low premium. And once you build up a nice little pile, then move that pile into maybe bigger pieces of silver, or maybe into like fractional gold, and then maybe into an ounce of gold. But there's, in my opinion, is collecting fractional silver a scam? No. But from the premise of being pushed all of these high premium things without first telling somebody to build a base, I think that's a scam. I think that's grimy.
Yeah, and I agree with you on that last statement for sure. And I want to reiterate essentially what Miss Craven has rightly put in the chat before. It's a really important comment to make here, and it's important to note that everyone is entitled to their opinion. Opinions are neither right or wrong. And guys, this is precious metals. We are in an opinionated space. And I think it's healthy for everyone to have debates about things. And what makes it interesting in these conversations is not everyone has the same opinion. That's okay. That's just cause for a conversation to understand different things. Now, something really important that you said there is, the fractional and high premium stuff being pushed. Something I've seen is that there are other silver products in the marketplace, in the community, online, all over, that are much higher premium than fractional. So
Yeah,
are they
absolutely.
are they? I'm not trying to push the word scam too much or put that on you or whatever. It's just that phrase does get used. It has been used. I've seen it online that fractional silver is a scam, which is just an opinion, and that's okay. But considering that there are other pieces which have much higher premiums, way higher, are they a scam too? Are they more of a scam? What's your thoughts on that? And where does fractional fit into this?
I would say so. For example, I have those pieces. I wanted to grab one, but I have my headphones on and I'm connected to the laptop. But I actually have some pieces from. You know what? Let me just grab it. Hold on 1 second.
Yeah, no problem. Guys, if you are enjoying this live stream as much as I am, it's a great conversation with a great guest. I really appreciate you taking the time to answer these questions and have these honest debates. Just hit the like button for me. I really do appreciate it.
All right,
opinions like assholes.
We do it live, baby. We do it live. All right. So this is a very, very high premium 2 ounces of silver. I know this is the most expensive 2 ounces of silver I've ever bought in my entire stacking journey. So this is the Mjolnir or the Thor coin from Germania Mint. Now this thing, when I bought it for about $550 when silver was about, I believe silver was about 60 or 70. So talk about premium. This is 2 ounces of silver. Yes, it's like has palladium and it has rhodium and it has a bunch of other stuff and it has gold. It's incredibly beautiful. It's number 49 out of, I believe, only 500 pieces. I forget. Anyways, it's in here somewhere. But yeah, do I stack this? No. Is this a scam? No. This is just a highly collectible piece. And when I first saw it, I thought it was incredibly beautiful. And I ended up buying it directly on, I think it was like governmentmint.com. And of course, now if you look for these, they're selling for 2,000, 3,000. But no, this is not a scam. But again, remember, if there was a channel who said, hey guys, I'm selling thousands of these for $700, $500, and it's 2 ounces of silver, I would label that channel a scam. I'd be like, this is a scam. Don't buy it. If that's what they were doing. But obviously Germania Mint is well known. It's just a highly collectible piece. So with that same spirit, I guess, with that same thought behind it, if again, like I said, the whole Silver Dave thing, he's just, again, not against him. I'm just saying that consistently I was seeing all these little tiny pieces of, I don't know, it's just these little tiny pieces. I'm like, really, dude, come on, man. Like, tell people to get other things first, or make sure that you're educating them on financial literacy before you tell them to start buying these little things. And then here's my last argument. So I will say this. The conversation gets to, it's really about a discussion about stacking efficiency, collecting versus liquidity. the thing that people don't talk about is the liquidity piece. And I'm sure you have something to contribute about the liquidity, just like Humble, who's going through life situations. If I was going through life, I would not try to liquidate a bunch of fractional silver. If I had life happening to me and something was going on with my wife or my health and I needed money, I would take myself into an LCS and I would immediately sell this because I need the cash right away. Again, now that's if I didn't have an emergency fund and that's if I didn't have other avenues, which I do. But let's say I didn't. Let's say all I had was this. I would take my gold because it's highly liquid and anyone will take it. I may take a little bit of a a hit on the premium, whatever, that's fine. But if it's a question of taking care of my family, myself, I would absolutely just take this in and liquidate it because it's highly recognizable. I would not take a little pouch, whatever, full of these tiny little pieces of silver and expect to get a lot for it because I know I'm not going to get a lot for it.
Yeah, and you make a really good point. You're speaking from experience, and it's an interesting debate, isn't it? That goes back to the question: is it a scam? No, it's not a scam. But it is an available product at a lower price point, but you are getting less silver in this case for it. Now, I'll add to this, Kalilo. I personally, in my whole time stacking, I've only ever bought, I think, 1 or 2 fractional pieces. So I'm not coming at this from the point of defending
Stacking.
fractional. Yeah, it's not really. I wouldn't go all in on fractional by any means. I don't think many people would.
Right.
But the statement of saying that fractional is a scam, I don't agree with. And you've broken it down there in a way that is fair, that is very well explained. And I'm going to go back to the basics here. We can talk about liquidity in a moment. I've recently sold a lot of stuff, so I've learned what is liquid, what isn't.
Let's talk about that.
But for someone, picture this situation. Somebody is looking to get into stacking, and they don't know anything about it, and they have quite a really small budget, and they've never owned any silver before. And they have a look online, and they think, well, I can afford a 1/4 ounce silver coin, a Britannia, if you're here in the UK. Sure, you're paying high premiums. It's not the most value for money, but it's not a scam. And if they've never held any silver before, I think it's really good to own that first piece, to understand it, to get that habit, that routine started of building, owning something that holds value.
Yeah.
People could do a lot worse with their money. If you have £20 or so, and you could choose to spend spend that money on fractional silver, or you choose to go and spend that £20 on a takeaway. One gets consumed and that's it. Your money's gone. One, well, you've just paid a bit of a high premium, but you've got something to show for it. So therefore, although it's not the most efficient way, it's a good entry point, in my opinion. And what the reason why I don't like it, once again, I don't personally buy it, but I still stand up on this side of the argument because I wouldn't want I'm always about encouraging people to stack, and I wouldn't want new stackers to see something that someone puts online saying it's a scam and be put off ever buying anything because they can't afford any more. Because I don't believe in the statement. Do you understand what I mean? It could put someone off.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, I'm with that. I agree with that. And I definitely agree that everyone should stack what they can, what they can afford, what they like. I'm just saying, I come at it, again, being cheeky, right? That day I was feeling very cheeky, and I'm like, man, it's just a scam.
That's not like you.
Could I have used different words? Sure, but again, I have no regrets. I stand by the statement. That day, with what I was seeing, it seemed like a scam to me, so I called it what I felt it was. And so if I were to see somebody, again, which I have often, there's those certain channels that like to put mining stocks and all this other nonsense. I say that's also a scam. I'm like, man, seriously, like somebody who doesn't know anything about stacking or they're on the fence, I would encourage them to watch the videos and say, "Hey, I'm just getting started," or if I had to sell it all and I had to build from nothing, what would I do? Why? Because I've done it. I'm not a person who's wealthy. I grew up very poor. I don't, some people don't like that word, but it is what it is. I was poor. I really was. I grew up on government assistance. I grew up having to work hard. I know what it's like to delay gratification. One time my sister said that my superpower is delayed gratification, and it is, because there was one point where I was working for 2 years. I was working three jobs. I had my primary job. I was doing interpreting, and then I was selling stuff. And the reason for that, why did I do that? Because I was putting myself through community college, because I was trying to get enough credit so that I could later move into university and then get my bachelor's degree in business and theology. And so I worked really, really hard. I didn't sleep. I lost friends, and it was all so that I can better my life. And is there anything special about me? No. It's just that I like to work hard. I know what it's like to be poor. I grew up without a father, so I had to learn how to be a man on my own. So there's a lot of things that I had to do, and I had to figure it out. And so anybody, again, coming full circle to stacking, anybody that wants to earn something, whether it's just a piece of pre-decimal 90%, if you want a gold coin, it's going to take work, it's going to take sacrifice, and it's going to take putting time, energy, and effort, sweat equity, for you to get the thing. And again, I would not stack little tiny pieces of silver. Again, that's me. What I would do and what I did was I started with stuff that was low premium. And then once I had a nice little pile of those things that were lower premium, I moved them into other silver that I really enjoyed, or that was more recognizable, that I could liquidate easily. And then later I filled up this thing. I call this El Jefe Paucho, El Jefe. I filled it up, and it's maxed out with gold. But again, a lot of time, a lot of sacrifice, and a lot of delayed gratification.
And I respect it. I respect the grind, the discipline, and everything that you're saying. And I appreciate you for sharing this and for having this conversation. There's loads of different angles. There's loads of different circumstances, and it's different for everyone because of budgets, situations, and what their goals are. A really good question that I'd like to at least give my initial answer to, then hopefully you could elaborate on, Khalilo, from the chat as we sort of progress towards the chat. I think this topic has got a lot to it, and I really would like to involve the chat as it comes through, just naturally. We're about halfway through. Gold Sniping Farmer asked this question, who says, is it smarter to wait until you can, save up basically, and wait until you can afford a full ounce over buying fractional? Now, once again, some people might say, yes, don't buy fractional, but I would say to that, potentially not. Okay. And the reason being, in most cases, probably be better off, but it's not guaranteed. Because say if somebody did that last year in the build up towards the end of the year, they were, and you might have to convert it in dollars, but if somebody wanted to save up for the full ounce last year, and as the year got on towards the end, we saw it going to a new all-time high. So by the time that person potentially could afford a full ounce, guess what? Here in the UK, they could have potentially paid £120 for their first 1 ounce Britannia. And guess what they're looking at now? They're like, oh my God, I could have got 2 ounces. Yes, I don't believe in waiting if it's going to potentially be a while. You can't predict the market, what's going to happen next, and I'd rather have something than take a chance on the market working in my favor and allowing me that time to save up and buy a full ounce. That's where I sit on it. But once again, I'm not someone that really looks at ounces, because when I do buy ounces, I'm not someone that really tends to look at fractional, because as we all know, it's not the best value. And when I personally have gone to buy with the budget I spend, I do tend to buy ounces. So but that's not the case for everyone, and that's why I'm in this conversation. I'm kind of speaking on a more generic level for other people who do maybe stack that it's not the end of the world.
Yeah, no, it isn't. And I'll answer GSF's Gold Sniping Farmers question here in a minute.
Please.
But here's my initial thought, right? We talk about as it relates to even investing, right? I know we're talking about stacking, but even as it relates to investing, we talk about diversification is key, right? And so I think I saw SERPs or somebody made a comment about how they have some fractional, maybe it's only 1%, 3%, 5%. Okay, good enough, fair enough. I think that's important, right? I'm not, I'm sure a lot of those channels aren't telling, oh, everybody only stack 1/10. And when I say fractional, I'm talking about like 1/10 and smaller, 1/10 and the 1 gram, those tiny, tiny little pieces. Again, if you like it, if it makes you happy and that's all you can afford, go for it. I'm not saying you shouldn't. I'm not saying that there's anything wrong with you, but I'm just saying a lot of people who are new don't know that, and they think, oh, that's what I should do. And maybe they don't, this is like, maybe they don't know anything about financial literacy. And so they're just listening to some dude tell them to buy these tiny little bits because, oh, when SHTF, or when it's the end of the world, blah, 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 or when their inflation goes whatever and silver's 1,000 an ounce. Okay, we're talking about something that may happen. And, we're talking about something that we don't know if it's ever going to happen. So all I'm saying is, um, be thoughtful, think critically, think about your personal financial situation and your goals. And is this your emergency fund? So, for example, if somebody said, I don't have a retirement account and I don't have 3 to 6 months set aside an emergency fund, and so this is all I have, then I would say, buy what you can. So, for example, to answer Gold Sniping Farmer's question, what I would do again, what I would do is I would say, well, just go buy a bunch of little Merc dimes, get yourself a tube, or get yourself whatever you can afford for that month or that week or whatever, and buy a bunch of little Merc dimes, get a nice little pile. And then maybe next time you buy some halves, or maybe next time you move some of those halves or some of those Merc dimes, which is all 90%. That's what we call the Mercury dimes, Mercs. Move them into 1 ounce, or move them into, American Silver Eagles, or move them into Silver Buffaloes. But yeah, no, I would say don't wait. If that's what your budget allows, then just start with little Merc dimes. And again, they're recognizable. They were coins up until 1964. You could still spend it, so they're highly recognizable. They're minted by a government mint. So there's just so many benefits. In my opinion, 90% of pre-decimal is highly fractional.
Well said, mate. I want to come back to you on that and have a conversation around when we say fractional, do we include constitutional or over here pre-decimal in that? Because that's the way I'd go if I was going smaller than an ounce, just because of the value you get for the weight of the silver. But hold the line, because look what we have here. Benson's. Where has this come from, you guys? Okay, £5 super chat. Thank you very much. Congratulations, Craven. You are now promoted with me and Jack to a founder of Apex because of how much work you do, and you deserve it, brother. I didn't know about this at all. Thank you. Wow. I'm chuffed with that. Honestly, I really am. Thank you. Two really big surprises tonight. Thank you so much. Jesus, the chat's coming in with all sorts tonight, Kalilo.
Yeah, man. Apex is awesome, bro. I mean, even if for us, here in America, we have our different discords, but I like Apex because you can get to know the other crowd from across the pond. You get to know Craven. You get to do the video calls. You get to learn all kinds of stuff. There's giveaways. I mean, it's fun, man. I really genuinely like Apex. And I think if you haven't subscribed, I hope somebody can drop the link. Please subscribe, join the Discord and get to know this awesome community of people.
Well said, mate. Thank you so much, guys. People, thank you, Benson. Thank you to everyone. Thank you to you, Kalilo, guys. In the chat. Look, right, before I read out the congratulations, we have Gallicrow saying, I can barely bring myself to look at Craven. Now he has sold his stack. I know, I'm a disgrace, right? I'm really sorry you have to look at my big ugly face, but thank you for being here, and I hope that you can hit the like button. Thank you. Congratulations. Oh, guys, honestly, I'm just going to take a second here because I really didn't know that was going to happen that hadn't been mentioned. That was off the cuff. So I'm a bit taken back. For the second time, we've had a $100 donation tonight, guys.
Amazing.
And I'm now a founder of Apex, which is insane. And guys, look, it goes about saying, you heard what Kalilo said, absolutely spot on. Apex is an amazing community. It's not been going for that long, and it's growing so fast. And I think what's great about it is it's been made for the people. It really is the definition of a community. Nobody is in there to try and like sort of just sell you stuff for the sake of it. It's all good people helping other people out. And if you are looking to buy and sell in there, the marketplace is fantastic. I've used it myself. I've sold a lot on there. I've bought on there, so I can vouch for it. And generally, the prices are far better than what I've seen anywhere else most of the time. So if you haven't joined, just like Kalila said, check out the link in the description. And yeah, thank you again for that surprise. Yeah, we're going to have to find where we were in the conversation, but that was amazing. Thank you, Benson.
Yeah, I would love to tackle the conversation of liquidity, but before we do, can I just share a purchase that I got recently? Because here in the US, we don't tend to show our faces a whole lot. We share the things that we buy. So I want to share something that I bought. So I bought this fractional silver. Check out this fractional silver that I bought.
It's a scam. Don't buy it.
Check out this
don't.
fractional.
Kalilo, it's a scam. Don't buy fractional silver. What are you doing? Oh my
Check
God.
out this fractional silver that I bought. Y'all gonna be like, okay, I'm unsubby from Kalilo. No joke. So no, it's not. It is fractional, but these are little 10 gram. I call these K buttons. I had them actually specially made on PMs for sale. So I had him. He made these buttons, and then I had him put a K in there for me. And so I actually got these for giveaways. So these are 10 gram, and then I have a couple 20 gram bars. But yeah, these are just for giveaways. I'm not stacking these. This is just for fun.
Oh, we don't want to hear excuses, mate. Bought them for giveaways. Don't lie.
Yeah.
Do you know what?
But you notice they're not 1 grams and they're not 1/10.
There's never been a better time to bring out a bag of fractional silver that you just bought after having a debate about whether fractional silver is a scam.
I did the same thing on blue collars. I did the same exact thing on blue collars.
You're one of the gaslighters, mate. That's what you are. Jumping into silver, £5 super chat. Thank you so much, my friend, for all your support from the start. You were always here doing so much, mate. Thank you so much. Also, one of the most valued members in Apex from the very, very beginning, part of the furniture. A real legend. Apex is doing a great job and some good bargains in the marketplace. 100%. I love to see it. Thank you, Bazman. Well deserved. Love our group and love our overseas cousins from the US. Yes.
I think you got another super chat, buddy.
Oh my God, I'm losing track, guys. I'm trying to keep up with the conversation. I will bring back to liquidity. We will get there, Kalilo. But as you know, being a live stream host yourself, sometimes the chat just demands attention.
Man. You got to love on the chat, man. The chat is the best.
How about you read this one out from my good friend Chronicle, one of the moderators of Apex?
Yeah, man. So Chronicle CBB.E884 with £5. Apex community equals family. Glad to be a part of it. Amen, my friend. Absolutely.
Hey, man. A good friend of mine, Chronicle. Like I say, one of the moderators in Apex. Fantastic guy. He's recently started a YouTube channel, and you guys should check it out. He's doing some really interesting stuff, has a really sound knowledge of numismatics, if you're into that. And he's starting to put more content out on his channel. So, yeah, go out and check him out. If anyone wants to or is able to share a link to that, that's what I want to see in the chat. If any of the mods can do that, promote the guys. That's what community's for. I don't mind that at all. So share links to Apex, share links to the people's channels. I've got no problem with that. Please do it and go ahead. Thank you for the super chat, Chronicle, mate. Really appreciate that. So
can I respond to what Silverstruck dropped in the chat there? I really like that comment.
That one?
Yeah. So Silverstruck says 90% has had liquidity issues recently. I've switched mostly to 3 nines for that reason. Haven't purchased 90% in a bit now. Yes. So here's my thoughts about that. Um, when before we got to the issues we were having, where so here in the US, wholesalers or refineries were not taking it, so they got to the point to where they're flat out not taking it. And then later it became, I think at one point I saw some coin shops were paying only 50% of melt to some people, and that was crazy. But before that, and I have receipts, I have the videos, I have the lives. Before that, I was encouraging folks, again, not financial advice, but I was encouraging folks that you can move certain things into other assets. And so what did I do? At one point I had up to 300 face value of 90%. And I ended up moving pretty much all of it into gold because I saw what was happening. My crystal ball, you can make fun of me, call me whatever you want, but I have a bunch of gold to show for it now. So all I got to say is, before that happened, Silverstruck, I was already moving stuff into gold because, again, I just saw the writing on the wall. The markets were talking, you could see it coming in the market. And so now where we're at today, we're full circle where silver's gone back down. You can get 90% really, really low or under premium. And so I've been buying it again. And then once I have a nice pile, like I said, I practice what I preach. I'm probably going to move it back into gold once it goes up again. I'm going to do the same thing just because it makes sense for me,
Yeah, yeah, I hear it. And do you think it's a viable way to get to gold? Obviously, as we know, the more expensive metal of the two popular ones, silver and gold. Is it a viable strategy to stack the best value weight in silver that you can to build up to a point if the markets look favorable for silver with more potential, if you're into that, and then using that at the right time when you feel, we speak about the GSR a lot, the gold to silver ratio, using that weight you've built up, whether it be Britannia's, or Eagles, whatever it is, junk silver, and trading to gold. Is that a good way to do it? As opposed to, let's bring fractional back in. When I think of getting into gold, I can't afford a 1 ounce gold. Should I stack silver, or should I buy the 1/10 stuff? What do you think about fractional? Let's flip this. Fractional when it comes to gold, because that then becomes a totally different conversation than what it does with the silver.
Yeah, I use the same strategy. Because here in the US, if you want to get yourself like a 1/10, like I just got these two Britannias not too long ago. I got them both for 850 shipped. So you all do the math. That's now again, here in the US, we're way spoiled. I will recognize that we're very, very spoiled. We don't have to worry a lot about the VAT and then the other things you all deal with. But so I buy peer-to-peer mostly, just like Apex, that's peer-to-peer. So here we have, I like to buy on Reddit PMs for sale here in the US. It's, I call it like a never-ending virtual coin show with endless tables, coin shops, etc. So I like to buy there peer-to-peer so I can cut down on the premiums, and I can even buy at spot or below spot, or I can make deals. But yeah, same thing with gold. So right now, if I want to get a 1/10 piece of gold, it's going to be 450, 460, maybe 470 USD. And so if I don't have the 450, 460, 470 saved up, or it's outside of my DCA budget, well, then what I do, again, going back to the practicing what I preach, I look for silver that I have. And so I often make fun of myself, Serpents and VCS. Everybody in the US knows I make this joke all the time that I have 0 surface stack. So there's like the certain levels. I call it the surface stack, the mid stack, and then the ultra deep stack. And ultra deep stack are things that like I just would never sell. Like my channel round that was made by SGT Stacking, I would never ever sell that, trade it, unless something really bad happened. But so I always talk about having a surface stack meaning things that you can trade, whether it's 90%, fractional silver, or, silver buffaloes. But so what I do is I look first to my surface stack. Is there anything that I can use if I don't have the cash or the fiat dollars to buy gold? If there's a gold, like for example, I'm on PMs for sale, I'm doom scrolling, I'm window shopping, and I see some really good deals, and I'm like, oh man, that's such a good deal. I know that I could buy it, but I don't have the fiat. Well, what do? I go to my service stack. Do I have any silver that I can liquidate? If the answer is yes, I'll sell it and I'll buy that gold. So that's what I do.
Nice. You sound like you have a pretty good plan together. I think everyone has slightly different ways of approaching it when it comes to stacking, and I don't believe anyone necessarily has the perfect strategy. And it's like me on my channel. By no means do I say that this is the way to stack or this is right or wrong. I just say, look, this is how I'm stacking. And it's interesting when we talk about liquidity and what you said there about constitutional, 90% silver over there. The equivalent over here in the UK is the pre-decimal, pre-1920. You have the 925 sterling silver, such as the crowns, the florins, shillings, half crowns. And of course, after that, you do have some 50% silver, which some people do like as well. Is that easy to liquidate? It depends what you expect out of it. That's when you have a conversation about the numismatic side. I don't know if it's the same with the constitutional, but if you're buying crowns, for example, which if you go to an antique store or a coin dealer, they may have ones that are not in great condition, and they will sell you for spot price for the value of the silver. That's kind of what I do if I ever buy that. If you're buying a old silver coin for the numismatic value, for the condition, the grade, it's a different conversation again, because you're paying a numismatic premium, which can be difficult when it comes to liquidation if you choose to sell it, because you really have to find the right collector to sell that to that will also see and value that value. That's right. Value that piece for what it is, the history, the condition, the grade of it. So there are different ways. There was a question about where was it? It was a question for you here, which I wanted to bring up. Oh, here we go. And it links to that. So based on what I just said, the ASE guy wants to know, Kalilo, do you buy your 90% for weight value or collector value?
That's a good question. ASE, would I be a complete tool if I said both?
No, because there's two different sides to it.
Yeah, so I just got this. I just made a video about this purchase. So this right here is a CC Morgan dollar. Obviously, I didn't buy this for the weight. I bought this purely for the collector's value. It's a CC Morgan. These are pretty rare. Not super rare. It's not like one of the key dates. I think he's at 89. I forget. Somebody in the chat knows here in the US. But anyways, I bought this for $335 shipped. Now,
wow.
if I wanted to buy one for melt, meaning spot price or whatever, I think right now they're about what, $65 or maybe between $55 to $65. So obviously I bought it for the collector's value. But again, back to this stuff, I bought this under melt. I bought this for 37x face value when this was retailing for about 40, 41. So again, peer to peer, I got somebody to sell this to me for 37. And just remember, everybody has a different stacking journey. So you might ask, what did you tell that person to sell it to you for 37x? Well, they probably bought it when it was 20x, 25x. They've probably been stacking for a really long time. So when they went to liquidate it, 37x was still a big profit, and maybe they were having a hard time. Life happened and they needed to sell it. And so not only did they make a profit, but I was able to get a deal. So that's the benefit of buying peer-to-peer. Like if you buy an Apex in the Apex Discord group, you're buying, selling, trading from friends, from peers, from colleagues, people, again, who maybe they bought it when silver was really low. They made a nice little profit and they're able to sell it under spot. You know what I mean? Give you a deal. So again, encourage you, sign up for the Apex Discord group.
Yeah, really, really well put, mate. Great way of explaining it. And what's really good about the Apex marketplace is, sure, it's stackers in the community selling to other stackers, buying from other stackers, but it's not just anyone. We have moderators who are actively, monitoring that space to look out for the people. We don't want anyone getting scammed. So we keep a close eye on it. And also, just like you do when you go to your online dealers, there is a section where you can see the feedback, the reviews for all the sellers. There's a sellers vouchers and feedback section. So before you buy off anyone, and this is even in Apex, have a look at the vouchers first, guys, because it's very important and something that we definitely care about in Apex, that you are getting legitimate service. You're buying from trusted sellers, and there's a lot in there. X20 is fantastic with what he brings, what he offers, and I encourage you to check out what he's doing. I want to say thank you quickly, Clelo. We've got another colorful update, mate. Mr. E.
Let's go.
Mr. E coming in with the 5 memberships. By God, guys, this is crazy. Now, the thing is, right, I'm running a members only giveaway before the end today. And it's for a 140th ounce gold coin, which is donated by Gary from the Coin Exchange, who was on my channel not long ago. It's insane. I'm running that giveaway now. There's been a few members tonight that have been given memberships. I'd love to add them into that, but I can't see who they are this evening. So, like, on my studio, I don't know if it's fully up to date, but thank you so much, Mr. E, for the 5 memberships. We will check that when I go to it. I will include people who have become a membership tonight, but please do say thank you to the people who are donating these memberships, just as I am extremely thankful for you doing it. As you all know, Kalilo, as you've been growing your channel, the support really does mean so much. It encourages me, maybe just like it does with you, to keep doing this, and I'm always eager to try and improve what I'm doing and put on some good content for you guys. Craven having a tough time getting a guest. What is that? Is that why I've got Kalilo on? I don't think so. He's cool.
Oh yeah, Capcom's always giving me a hard time, and I see that's how we do it here in the US. We just we bust each other's chops.
Yeah, it's like Emerald. He's always telling me he's about to unsubscribe.
I think I get that at least once a day from M.
Silverstruck agrees. It's always better to have silver on hand, my friend. 90% is the original Frax anyway. So, yeah, the last thing I'll say on Fractional, one more question from me, and then I really would love to focus on the chat for like a specific live Q&A, even though we've been focusing on it anyway. But is Fractional and constitutional / predecimal, are they the same thing? Do they fit in the same category? Because to me, it is. But are you saying Fractional in terms of Bullion is where maybe more of an opinion is formed?
Well, I mean, when I say, again, when I talk about what I don't like as far as a Fractional, 1/10 and small, these tiny little pieces. Again, that's me. If that works for you, good for you. But I don't like them. I don't like these tiny little pieces. And again, it comes down to the liquidity piece, because I was hoping we'd talk about liquidity. I mean, like you went through some life stuff, and I'm sure I have a really strong feeling that if I went through some live stuff and all I had was Fractional, again, I'm not saying everybody only has Fractional, but let's just say all I had was just this full of these tiny little pieces of Fractional silver. I'm pretty sure when I go to try to liquidate it, it's going to be incredibly challenging. But if I go to like an LCS, they're going to only give me melt or back of melt, and I'm probably going to lose all the premium. And so rather than knowing that could happen, I personally just don't do it. I'd rather just get the 90%. Again, back to my formula: save up, move up, buy things that I like. But ultimately, for me, I don't know if anyone has said this on your channel yet, but for me, my end goal, my ultimate end goal is gold and wealth preservation. That's my goal.
I really like that. And this is why I mentioned before that some people use the strategy of buying really good value, best value silver to build weight with no emotional attachment, that kind of thing. So then you can trade that to gold at one point, as you are buying it for its weight in silver, and you're selling it for its weight. You're not expecting a premium. You can sell it fast. It is what it is. and that becomes quite easy. You said you wanted to talk about liquidity. Was there maybe a question you wanted to know? Is that based on because I've sold nearly all of
Yeah,
what I
like
had?
yeah. So for example, let's put it in UK terms, because here in the US we're just too spoiled, and I need to acknowledge that we're just way too spoiled here. Okay, we're way
Stop
too
rubbing it
spoiled.
in, will you?
Yeah, yeah. So in the UK, right? You literally just liquidated because life happened, right? So if you had, let me just give you for instance, and I'm not trying to do the straw man, so I'm not trying to say, oh, here's the specific example. So if it fits this narrative, I win. I'm not trying to do that. I'm just being genuinely, um, uh, bringing up a scenario. So let's say that your entire stack was just Britannias, right? Britannias, 1 ounce Britannias. Let's say you had a tube of 20 1 ounce Britannias, and then you had the equivalent in fractional, 1/10 and smaller, like little 1 grams. You take the tube of Britannias and you take the pouch or bag or whatever of the fractional, and you walk into your location where you're going to liquidate it. Let's just say for this instance, it's a local coin shop, right? So or Apex. Let's say Apex had a storefront and you walked into Apex and you said, here's my tube of 1 ounce Britannias, here's my bag or box or tube or whatever of 1/10 fractional and smaller, and you say, I need to liquidate this right now. If you give it to them both, which one are you going to get the most bang for your buck?
You're going to get the silver value for both.
For both.
So if you walk into a dealer, firstly, that example you used, from what I've seen, dealers will offer you the spot price. In some cases, maybe £1-2 over if you're lucky. Not much, but as a general rate, they will offer you the spot price on the day for the silver. They're not going to pay you a premium. They're a business buying your silver because you need cash at a price point where they can sell it on for a profit. They'll add that premium back on when they sell. So, of course, you're going to get more bang for your buck with the 1 ounces because you've bought those closer to spot. There's not as big of a premium on the bigger stuff.
Mm-hmm.
When you've bought fractional, if you have, as we discussed, as everyone knows, the smaller you go, the higher premium you are paying on top of the spot price of those products. Therefore, when you go to sell it, if you choose to go to a dealer for those kind of things, which I wouldn't personally do, and I didn't, as you know, they're going to give you the metal price. And because you paid such a high premium, you're not going to get bang for your buck, so to say, because you're going to get spot price. So I personally wouldn't go to a dealer to sell, because at the end of the day, they're a dealer. And that's why it's fantastic that for me, and what I chose, we have Apex, the online marketplace in the Discord group.
Yeah.
Because I think you mentioned this before. You can sell your silver at a better price than what people could buy it for anywhere else, any dealer.
Yeah.
But still apply some premium on it. So you're getting more than just the spot price, more than what you get from a dealer. But the biggest thing here, mate, when you come to sell anything, the biggest thing is how quickly do I need to liquidate?
There we go. Yes. Now we're getting to the crux of what I'm trying to get to, is how quickly can you liquidate? Because remember, a lot of us here, this is kind of an echo chamber. A lot of us are stackers. I think there's that one gentleman that kind of looks like Fabio with the long hair, who's brand new. I'm not talking about him. Most of us here, it's an echo chamber. A lot of us have been stacking. We're savvy. We know what we're doing, or we're somewhat familiar with what we're doing. But remember, 80%, it's the 80-20 rule. There's about 80% of people out there who know nothing about this world. They don't know what Discord is. They don't know what Reddit is. They don't know what peer-to-peer. They just know that, somebody told them, or their grandmother left them a silver coin or whatever, and they're going to go into a coin shop because that's all they know, and then that's where they're going to buy, sell, or trade. So my argument is, if that grandmother only left fractional silver 1/10 and smaller, I have a feeling that person, if they're part of the 80%, they're going to have a difficult time liquidating it, or if they do liquidate it, they're going to get hosed on the premiums, or not the premiums, but they're going to get hosed on the price. Whereas if that same grandmother left, again, talking about the 80% of the people, not the people in the community in the chat right now, relax chat, calm down chat. I'm talking about the 80% of the people that have never done this online. They walk in with grandmother's leftover tube of silver. They're probably going to do better with those 1 ounce Britannias. And so that's what I'm saying. Liquidity. like accessibility. And so, but again, a lot of us are very savvy. We have peer to peer, we have other ways because we've lived this, but there's 80% of people that don't know. Because remember, when I look at the statistics on stackers, we're like less than 1% of the population, at least here in the US. So that means that there's a lot of people that know nothing about this world, and they only know what they see in advertising or maybe on TV or the internet. So
you're right. And it's, there could be someone that's been a stacker, a collector all of their life. And then maybe their children who inherit that collection don't know anything about it. And they just think, wow, I don't even want to learn. I'll just take this to I don't know, hopefully they don't go to a pawn shop or something, which is even worse.
Yeah, exactly. See, you just called it. They might go to a pawn shop. That's what I'm saying, man.
Yeah, but then at that point, they have no knowledge or any context or knowing what they've actually got to even negotiate. They're just going to go in there, and that person is going to say to them, it's worth this. They don't know what they're selling it for. They don't know what they've got. And that is a shame. And once again, it goes back to the point here that I always stress. Congratulations to every single one of you, like Khalilo rightly said, that is part of this minority, this 1% of people that are in this community. They are stacking precious metals. They're building up that insurance pot, that, I guess, fund outside of the system, that storage of wealth, and understanding the real value of it, because it's such a minority. And I'm very proud to be part of this. And I'm really glad that, I stumbled across this space. Here I am restarting again from scratch, sure. But hey, I've got the knowledge.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
Yeah. Can I bring up one last little point before I forget? So not too long ago, I had Joseph's Reserves as a guest on my channel, and we talked about legacy. And lately, again, aside from the whole fractional silver thing, that's just new recently. But before that, I've been noticing, and just yesterday, so Catcom knows, so he's done business with the Akusha boys, the Akusha collectibles, and Akusha often makes videos of people coming in and liquidating. There was just another video again of a girl, or this woman, a gal went in, and she went to liquidate or sell what was left to her, like probably days after the person passed or whatever, or once they found out that they had this inheritance. They immediately went into a coin shop and they said, I don't know what I have. And they made it seem like it was a bother to even be there. Well, look at, he was a prepper, and he was into coins. Well, I don't know what I have. And that's the world that we're in today. And so my current focus has been on legacy, meaning, what are we educating our children, our families, our friends? Do we have like instructions for when we go? So for example, in my stack, I have nothing but business cards. In fact, if I were to pass, for whatever reason, something happened, I would ask that my wife go to Harry's coin shop, take everything that I have, even the collectibles, and I know Harry's going to take care of her because he's an honest dude. And I'm not just saying this because he's on Silver Dragon's channel, whatever, because I know that they're going to take care of her. She'll be a widow, but she'll have a place to go that I know is trustworthy. So I think we all should have some sort of plan, and we should educate our families so that they're not just a video later. Because I would hate for my wife to be in one of those Akusha videos. My husband died, and I don't know what I have, and this is just taking up space, and blah 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 blah. That would crush me in the other world that I'd be in. That would crush me.
Yeah, it sounds funny, but it's also not. And I've seen a video you shared on your show. I think you shared one when I was actually on the show, and it's scary. It's also really sad. And I think it's such an important point that you've made for all of us stackers. Some people thinking of their own future, some people thinking of the next generation and leaving a legacy, something behind for them that's better than fiat in the bank, in their opinion. It's really, really important to leave some sort of instruction, or, if they really don't want to learn about it, which is fine. It's not everyone's cup of tea. Just where to go. So, okay, should the worst happen, you go to this person or this person. They will take care of you, just like you said. And that's important because yeah, it's great to have it and that they'll get money for it, sure. But you want them to just to get a fair deal, you know?
Mhm.
And shout out to Harry's Coin Shop as well. I do love watching those videos. I really, really do. But some really good points. And I have to say, Khalil, I've really enjoyed listening to you express your views and opinions tonight. It's been a pleasure having you on. And I want to repeat, guys, if you haven't already, go and head over, check out Kalilo, check out his channel, and just take the time to tune in to some of his lives. You will not regret it. They're so much fun. Take my word for it. But we're gonna check in on the chat, Kalilo, if that's
Let's do
okay.
it.
And
Let's do it.
guys, live Q&A. We're coming towards the later stage of the live now, so I'm going to try and catch up with the chat. Firstly, I want to say thank you to Jokers Wild, my friend, 1,000 jewels, the loot box. Very, very kind. Thank you, mate. Always supporting. Close friend of mine, member of Apex, of course, from the beginning. And yeah, what a legend. Thank you, Jokers. So I did see a question. We might have to do a quick fire round. I'm quite far behind in the chat. There was a question from Benson for you, mate. I think, where was it? Asking about Libertads. I can't see it. Is Libertads a popular coin in the US? I believe is what the question was. Is what Benson wanted to know. Here we go. So is the Lib the best coin to buy from the USA point of view, or is there a different design that is preferable? There you go.
All right, Benson's. Let me just piss off all of my chat. For me, not stackers, not financial advice. I think Mexican silver is the best. I think it's highly recognizable. It's beautiful. Yes, it has high premiums, but you also get your premiums if you're careful how you buy it. Do I stack it? No, I do not. Did I? Yes. When I first started stacking, probably my first 100 ounces was Libertades. They at the time silver was in the 20s, 25s, 20. I want to say the highest when I first started stacking. I think silver the highest got maybe 26, 25, 26. And I was paying 30, 35. And I was buying tubes of Libertades, Mexican silver. Everybody said not to do it. I didn't care. I did it. And then, yeah, so just because I like it, like I said, you know, it's what I enjoyed. But here's the thing. I have since learned a lot. I have liquidated in several times to buy other things. And one thing that I learned was that Mexican silver, while it is expensive, it also holds its premium. So it's, to me, it's the best, the number one best. Everyone can absolutely disagree, but that's just preference.
There you go. Libertad sponsor Kalilo. Do you reckon you can get sponsored by the mint itself? That would be insane.
That would be gangster. I would have made it.
People are looking for traffic cone emojis.
Yeah, if anybody ever wants to see my Libertad collection, I have actually a song or a video called Plata Libertad. It's part of my radio show. It's in my videos, and that's basically most of my Libertad collection in that video.
Oh yeah, guys, head over and check that out. I think I've seen it. Maybe not the whole collection. Put it this way, right? You don't have to be around your channel for long to see plenty of Libertad. So go and check it out, guys.
Yeah.
And people keep asking, what's the giveaway? I did say before what the members giveaway is. People guessed it. Is it the traffic cone? Am I giving that away? Did you check that the cone for spiders before you bought it inside? I didn't bring it inside. I have no idea how it got there. Just traffic cones keep showing up recently. I don't know what the deal is with traffic cones, guys, but you tell me. No idea. What are these silver bits? Tell me about the silver bits if you can, Kalilo, because people are talking about silver bits in the comments.
Well,
they're fractional, right?
I don't want to give it energy is the thing. And you're smart enough to Google, man. Don't be offended. But if you want to, anybody go to Google, type in Silver Dave and bits, and you're gonna find out. That's where I'm gonna leave it, because I don't want to give this guy any more attention. What I want to give attention to is the fundamentals of stacking. and people learning about it, people learning about legacy. That's what I want to focus on. And again, if that's all you can afford, then more power to you. Do what you got to do. Watch Craven's content, go to Apex, learn from the community. That's what I think is most important. But I'm not going to give energy to somebody who he doesn't need me advertising for him, and he's a businessman. He knows what he's doing. So again, I think that's a scam. But if you want to learn from Craven, go to Kalilo Live, go to Apex, join the Discord group, and learn from each other.
Well said, mate. Well said. I really don't know anything about them, so I just, because it was mentioned in the comments, I thought I would ask you. But
yeah, M is really smart. He's one of the smartest people I've ever talked to. So M knows. He knows the answer. He can Google it just fine.
Yeah, there's lots of smart people in the comments. It's good to see. And there's 50 of you in live right now. Thank you so much, guys. If you're enjoying this live chat with Kalilo, we haven't got too long left. Maybe about 20 minutes, as we normally do, approximately 2 hours. If you are enjoying it, please do hit the like button. And if you haven't already, subscribe to the channel so you don't miss future episodes. Let's see if we've got some questions for you, buddy, guys. If I've missed any of your comments, I'm sorry. There is loads of comments. I love to see it, but I might not see them all. CPM says, brilliant chat, guys. And Kalilo, much respect for hearing your opinion. That's it. There is respect. These controversial topics, it doesn't mean it has to be a problem to talk about them. It doesn't matter what side of it you're on, Some people are very passionate about their opinions. That's great. But it's always healthy to talk about it. And in this space, I encourage conversation. And anyone that has a really strong opinion about a certain topic, drop me a message. You're welcome to come on the show in most cases. So, yeah. And we've got Joker saying Kalilo and Craven could actually do live TV. What do you think about that, buddy?
Hey, man, we basically do it because I think I had mentioned to you when we were talking backstage is that a lot of people watch this stuff on the TV or on their smart TVs or on their laptops. And so, YouTube or streaming, it's like the new TV now,
It is. And it's a really nice way to communicate, to connect with the community because it's live and you've got the live chat. If we were on TV, I mean, we would just be talking to a camera. This to me, this is even better. It's more intimate. It's raw. It's unscripted. Who knows what rabbit hole we're going to end up going down, my friend? But tonight it was fractional silver, and whether it is a scam, I hope you enjoyed the conversation.
Awesome. Good times, man. Good times.
Always, mate. Here we go. Questions coming through, mate. Guys, if you want to take the opportunity to ask questions, this is dedicated to Kalilo. Please ask any questions for our special guest. And in about 15, 20 minutes, I will do a live giveaway, members only. It looks as if I've got the people that have been made members today. So, guys, if you've been gifted a membership today, you're in the giveaway. So congratulations. I have 32 names in this giveaway, and someone's going to be walking away with a 1/40th ounce gold coin in the original Royal Mint packaging. It is members only. Those that really support my channel, that's where that's going. And that is from Gary from the Coin Exchange, who generously donated it when he was on my show a couple of episodes ago. I wanted to give that away today. So, yeah, there you go. Now, Kalilo, Benson wants to know, if you had to collect any silver coin from the UK, then what would you collect? And Britannias don't count. So anything minus the Britannia, minus the easy answer.
I'm like, well, I would have to ask, well, what else is there? Because that's all I know. That's all I know about the UK is the Brits. Over here, we call them Brits. So, well, let me just give you this answer, if I may, Benson. I have in my day have had and stacked up to about 100 Britannias. I had about and I want to say at least 2 or 3 tubes plus a bunch of loose silver. I had a bunch of maples, but of course those are Canadian. But I had a bunch of low premium silver. So for us, Britannias are low premium. And so I had a nice stack of those, but I don't know what else is there, to be honest. I haven't seen, like in PMs for sale, or I do most of my buying, I haven't seen the pre-decimal stuff as often. So it would be hard for me to stack anything but Britannias. So that's kind of my answer.
The Royal Mint, I'll be honest, they're doing a fantastic job with the latest designs on the 1 ounce bullion coins. I particularly like the latest St. George and the Dragon. St. George and the Dragon is the design you obviously see featured on the sovereigns, and of course on the silver St. George and the Dragon 1 ounce. I also really like the Royal Arms. They both in the UK have the same tax advantages, capital gains tax exempt. You've heard us speak about that. I know you guys have it a little bit better, so you can just enjoy hearing us moan. That's fine. Won't take offense to it. But yeah, maybe check them out if you ever want one, because they are really, really cool. I love those designs. But we're going to move on. People saying they want a silver cone. If there's any poorer, I'm not really in the stage of buying one right now, but if at any point there is a pourer that could do like a mini traffic cone as a pour, I'm sure that could be a thing. I don't know. You'd have to let me know, but that's really, really good. Good idea. And here we go, Khalilo. Finally,
there
Emerald.
it is.
I don't know who it was or who said something, but he has said he's offended and he's unsubscribing. Get out of here, Emerald. Yeah, that's like the 11th time you've unsubscribed. You keep running back. I see you. Oh, Miss Craven was first to mention the cone in the beginning. Yeah. I don't know why it's there, though, guys. Ask Miss Craven. It's nothing to do with me. Do you know why it's there, Khalilo?
I would just say for entertainment value. I don't know.
Well, if it's entertaining people, great. Traffic cones are getting very, very popular. They seem to be popping up all over the place. I don't know why. Maybe Craven has started a traffic cone breeding program. Now, that would be good, right? I need to make some money on the side, build up my stat from scratch. I've started a traffic cone business. And as you can see, I broke my mic. Can you still hear me okay? Is that clear?
I've got you, buddy. Yeah. Got excited.
Yeah, as you can see, that is in mint condition. That if you know, we have Chronicle in here. He's pretty skilled on knowing how to grade a coin, and if he could grade traffic cones, I think that's extremely fine, maybe very fine, depending on the age. It's pretty good. It's got what's the equivalent to numismatic value when it comes to traffic cones? Do you know?
High premium. I don't know.
Hey, thank you so much. Chronicle has become a member. Let me get you on the list. He's heard about this coin and he wants in the giveaway. Just in time, my friend. Just in time. I've got you on there. You're on there, Khalilo, aren't you? Oh, nope. Khalilo. Well, you're not in there, mate, so you're not getting in. That's all just good, how man. It is, my friend.
No worries, man. All good. Yeah, all good. Shoot, no worries. Fair is fair.
Not many playing, man. 10 jewels, 10 gold coins from North Star Stacker. Thank you so much, guys. You've been on fire tonight with the donations. I really, really do appreciate it. Thank you so much. Now, where were we, guys? Comments, ask some really cool questions for the next 10, 15 minutes before the live giveaway. You're on a large TV in my house. G-Star, I think I know who you are. No way. If that's you, let me know. Question, do you think Pokemon cards are a scam? You can answer this, buddy.
I will not say they're a scam because they're absolutely not. No, they're a collector's item, just like back in the day. So when I was growing up, so I'm from the 80s and I grew up in the 90s, and we often collected baseball cards. Y'all remember the tops with the little gross hard cardboard pieces of gum? So here in the US, you can buy a pack of baseball cards for like $1, and they would always come with the little stick of gum, and everybody bought the cards for the gum, and we'd get the cards. And of course, you know, that's what I remember as a kid, collecting baseball cards with the gum, and then later basketball cards, and then later Magic the Gathering, and then Pokemon cards. So to me, it's just a game. It's a collectible. Do I buy Pokemon cards? I absolutely do not. Did I when I was younger? Yeah, I had a whole bunch of them. I had the Charizard, I had Mewtwo, I had Pikachu. I had those originals from back in the day, and I wish I still had them today.
I was going to ask you, you don't still have them now?
I don't have them. No, man. So I won't get into it too much, but I left my house when I was 17. So I was on my own since I've been 17. And so I left them, but I had all of them, you guys. I had Mewtwo. My favorite card to play with was the Mewtwo, the purple. That was my favorite. So I had the Mewtwo. I had, again, Charizard. I had Pikachu. I had Jigglypuff. I had a bunch of them, man. And I used to play it all the time when I was a kid.
Yeah. Oh, man. Some of the you mentioned the Charizard. I know they're going for a pretty penny, but that's cool, man. That's a nice part of the childhood, having access to those Pokemon cards. And it's amazing how the brand has grown and gone from generation to generation. So fair dues to the guys at Pokemon. I've got to say that as a business, they are smashing it. But next question, Khalilo, they're coming through fast. Kalilo, do you collect anything other than precious metals, my friend? That one's from Shiny Silver.
Gosh, a shiny, not anymore. I used to, so I like to play chess. The one thing that I do collect that I haven't sold to this day are my chess boards. So I collect chess boards, chess pieces. I'd get it out if I had the time. I don't want to draw things out, but I have like a little silver knight, a silver chess knight. So I used to collect chess boards. I grew up playing chess. Middle school, high school, I played on the chess team. So I really like chess, but I haven't in a while. I haven't bought a new chess board because I mean I don't really need it. I used to collect watches. I sold them all and I bought medals. I bought gold. Yeah, I don't collect anything else outside of stacking it anymore.
That's fair. You're putting your money where you truly believe in the metals, and I rate that. I rate that. But all these collectible things are fun, and if anyone does collect them, yeah, it's good to have these things as well. This is from Serpents. He says, Kalilo, are you willing to email me Lone Serpents? Are you okay with me using it on my streams or videos?
Yes. So Serps or anybody that has a song, you already know most people have asked for theirs. I email it to you. It's yours. I created it for you. I created it to be entertaining, to give back to the community. It didn't cost me anything. So I'm more than happy to send it. So yeah, anything that I make, you all are more than happy to take it. In fact, my videos, whatever, if you want to chop it up and take credit for it, go for it. I genuinely do not care. Anything that I put out there, it's for the benefit of the community. So do with it with what you will.
I love that, mate. So I'm not going to get a copyright claim when I blast this music again in a bit.
Nah.
No. Benson made a good point. Yeah, thank you, brother. Benson made a good point that a sovereign is a great answer over here. Obviously, I had in my head the answer was like silver, but maybe it wasn't. But a sovereign, that's a good British coin you could have chosen if you wanted to. Obviously, on the gold side.
Yeah, I had a gold sovereign. I ended up liquidating it, and then I got I think it was one of these here. So I think I've shown these off often, but these are some of my favorite gold pieces. 1 ounces, and but I did have a gold sovereign at one point. I really like it because I like the little knight and then the dragon on it. It's pretty cool.
Yeah, can never go wrong. And I agree with Joker's comment as well. Feel so envious. The American silver market, they have so many nice coins and bars. Engelhard waffle bars are the Engelhards. They're really, I love them. I really do.
Mm-hmm.
It's really nice. But yeah, what have we got, guys? Do we have people calling me Butterfingers? Yeah, I need to catch up. That's when I dropped the microphone.
Yeah, better.
That's not a traffic cone. That's Michigan State bird. What? That's an extremely fine track. Thank you. So the cone has been graded extremely fine. Are you happy with that grading, Kalili? Would you agree?
I think that is I would call that an MS-70 PCGS style.
Yeah, 100%. I mean, look, it's got some milk spots on it, as you can see.
That's
but
all
that's
character.
all. It's all natural, you know. Yeah. It has a nice patina to it.
Oh yeah. That's Tony, where I come from.
That cone is no better than good. Galley Crow, I'm waiting for the day you put a positive comment in my chat, please.
Oh,
what have I got to do?
Dub C's in the house. What's up, Dubs?
We got G-Star saying high grade plastic. Yeah. Yeah, Serps is a member as well. Congratulations. You are in the giveaway, my friend. We're going to move to it shortly. We are getting close, guys. I'm seeing if we've got any more questions in the build-up. And what I'm going to do, Kalilo, when we do the giveaway, it's 60 seconds that we spin that wheel for with all the names on of the members. And I'm going to play 60 seconds of I'm Still Standing. I'm Still Here.
Let's go. I love that song, man. Can I just say, Craven, that song is a favorite. I've actually had people ask specifically for your song several times because it's a good song, man. I like it.
I have to say, I'm very chuffed with the job you did on it. And when I go in the chat of your lives, the 24 hours, and the song comes on, everyone's like, "Great tune," and I'm like kind of taking credit for like, "Yeah, that one's mine. I didn't make it, but it's got my name." Man. I love it. And for you guys that missed that or haven't heard it on Kalilo's channel, I will play that or part of that song shortly. It's brilliant, and please do keep making tracks. And like Benson asked earlier, I would love to hear a drum and bass kind of song. If you could make one for Benson, that would be insane.
All right. I'll see what I can do, Benson. Got you, buddy.
Not sure what's going on here. Fist fighting, guys. What's going on?
We'll go
Right.
wrestling next time on my channel.
Yeah. Well, my friend, we need to book in another slot because I need to repay you an episode on your channel at some point.
Yeah, we'll run it back for sure.
Yeah, I look forward to that. Emerald says chess is the greatest board game known to man. Do you agree?
I absolutely agree. My favorite.
This is a good question. I'd like to know this. These tracks that you're making, Kalilo, Robot Toaster wants to know, what tools do you use for the music? Is it Suno?
Well, the first tool that I use is my mind. That's where it all starts. It starts with an idea. So my mind, it first starts, and I was going to show this earlier, but I didn't have enough time to get it. But I journal, I write. So I'm just a writer. One day I am going to write a book. But I often journal, and so I usually get my ideas out first, and then once the idea is out, then I start looking to the tools. And so, yes, I do use Suno, but before that, I start with my mind. I write down the idea, and then I use other AI tools to help me come up with lyrics. But again, first I do the research. I go to the person's channel, I ask them questions, I learn about them, and then I try to put it all together. And then after that, I do some refining until it sounds the way I want it to sound, and then I'll create the track.
That's really interesting. And by the way, you do a brilliant job. And you mentioned a book there that you'd like to write in the future. If you had to write a book right now about your life up until this point, sorry to put you on the spot, my friend, but what would you call that book right now?
Oh, that's a great question. Yeah, people have asked me this already in my personal life. I would write the book. The book would be called God Moments. God Moments. That's what would be the title of my book.
I like that. And I'm not going to lie, I want to read it. Yeah, make the book.
Yeah, I would love to share just a quick blurb. I'll keep this under 15 seconds. So I in my personal life, so I'm a man of faith, so I won't get into that. I won't get into religion, but I'm a man of faith. And one thing that I have learned in my 43 years on this life is that there's small moments, the small moments that matter. And it's the people in our orbit, our family, our loved ones, whether that's of the family you were born to or the family that you were adopted to or later met in your life's journey. But I believe that there's moments that are given to us, and those specific moments are what life is about. It's so difficult to explain. It's more of a spiritual thing. But anybody out there who has ever had what we call a quote unquote God moment, man, those moments are so precious. They're the moments that bring tears to my eyes. So I'm a very stoic person. I don't cry very often, but there every once in a while there's a moment, and I believe that's God trying to talk to me. And those are the moments that I would be writing about in my book.
That is powerful, mate. And you've sold it to me in what, 15, 20 seconds? I think a lot of guys in the chat would be interested in that as well. So yeah, you're a really creative individual, mate. You really, really are. You never fail to impress me. And I feel like I'm always learning something new about you, another string to your bow. And I truthfully, as a friend, not just because you're on my show, I've had the honor of getting to know you personally. I really look forward to continuing to follow, support, and watch your journey as you continue to grow, mate. And I really mean when I say I think you'll go very far with your work ethic, your unique style, and what you bring as a character. Keep going. Keep going.
Awesome. Thanks, buddy. It's a pleasure. But I wouldn't be here had it not been for the chat. And I'm not just pandering. I'm being sincerely. I've met so many cool people because of this journey, and it's usually the chat or subscribers. I now consider them, most of them, friends, and friends that I haven't met yet. But man, this community is amazing, and they're very, very supportive.
Absolutely. And guys, if you're in the stacking community, which there is online, we all love talking about it, but you're not in Apex Bullion, then join Apex Bullion. Link in the description, and it's been shared in the chat. You can say hello to me in there and all the other guys who are here. Yeah, you won't regret it, and it is the place to be. So we've just had a bit of a serious deep talk. I want to bring you over to Chronicle's question. He was in one of the calls you were in on Discord in Apex, mate. We have a good laugh in there, and he wants to know, Kalilo, what's the last piece of silver that you licked?
Well, it's on the screen in my backdrop. I'll give you 3 guesses. It is that one right there. The Scottsdale 5-ounce round. They call that one the Rifleman. This one's called the Gunslinger. The Rifleman was the last one that I licked.
And how do you feel when you lick your silver?
I mean, it's one of those things that it's just so hard to explain. It's kind of like that feeling of fresh cut grass or like fresh baked bread. You know what I mean? It's like when you get this nice, beautiful piece of silver, and you just like start to lick at it. It's just so hard to explain.
It's a ritual.
It's a ritual, man.
Yeah, it's like me. So you've shared something deep there. It's riveting for you, that experience. And I want to share something back with you. I purposely get into bed every night with my socks on so I can enjoy the process of taking the socks off. Because the lights are off and it's dark. And the missus hates this. I'll throw the socks into the darkness onto the floor somewhere across the room.
Into the darkness.
Into
the ether, black hole. Into the event horizon.
It feels so good. You make me laugh. Mr. E. Craven, you nicked the Duke of Wellington's hat. Maybe I did. Oh, guys, I think we're getting close to wrapping up. I'll run the giveaway in a minute. I'm just going to check the chat real quick, Khalilo, but we've got some really supportive comments coming through. Thank you so much, guys, in the chat tonight. You've been fantastic. CPM says, powerful words, Khalilo. Respect again, buddy.
Got it, buddy.
Lots of respect coming in for yourself. Gallicrow, who I asked for a positive comment, and then we go talking about licking silver. Is licking silver a thing? For sure. Have you never tried it?
You haven't lived if you haven't licked your silver. That's all I got to say.
No. You haven't lived if you haven't gotten into bed with your socks on and flinged them in the air in the darkness. Spanners, put this dude's link in the chat, please. Yes, guys. So if you can't see it, in the description of this video, this live stream, is a link to Khalilo's channel. If you type in Khalilo with 2 eyes on YouTube, he will show up. And maybe one of the moderators has just posted a link to Khalilo's channel. If you can do that for me, that would really, really help. If anyone would be as kind as to do that. Or I can do it really quick if it lets me, but I'm not on YouTube. I'm on StreamYard. But yeah, guys, if a moderator can't find it, I only take my socks off once a year. Okay. But yeah, after this live stream, I will send a collaboration link to Khalilo, so you'll see his channel under this podcast. Amazing chat, Craven and Khalilo. Thank you so much. And Khalilo, read this one out from Serpent and get the chat. They know what they need to do.
I got you. Silver Serpents 505. Our buddy Serps, Bad Boys for Life, says 52 watching and only 47 likes. Slackers.
Come on, guys.
Up, y'all.
Let's get to 50. Let's do it. Let's do it. And do you know what I'm going to do? I don't think there's a Discord link there, guys, to join Apex. Highly recommend you do that. If you're in the stacking community, come and say hello. I'm going to link in the chat. If people can't see in the description, I'm going to link your channel in the chat right now if it lets me, my friend, because that's important. I can see you've flew through 600. You're on 714 subscribers right now, guys. Can we get them to 720? Do you reckon we can do that this evening? Let's have a look.
Let's do it. That would be amazing. Like I said, once I get to 1,000 subscribers, and I don't know if I mentioned this or if it's okay to say this, but next Wednesday I'll be on Stacking Surfers live Wednesday, 3 p.m. Pacific Standard Time here in the U.S. If you all know who Stacking Surfer is, you know he talks with Lynette Zhang and Andy Shankman, some of the juggernauts of the precious metal space, and it's gonna be an honor to be on his channel. Looking forward to it.
Amazing, mate. Yeah, 100%. And like I say, I'll hopefully be able to be there, mate. That's really interesting. You got a lot going on. Keep doing what you're doing. Keep turning up and enjoy the journey. Now, Khalilo, I can't see any more new questions. You may or may not be glad to know. Do you think it's time to move towards the giveaway? And then don't forget, before the end of the show, I will ask you for a question for the next special guest when I have one on my show. So
let's do the giving. We've been holding it as the carrot over their heads for almost 2 hours. I think they're ready for the giveaway.
I think so too. And people putting some really nice comments in. It really means a lot. We want to get invoice for an after party. Oh, I hear people talking about an after party, hey?
Yes, after hours voice party. Let's do it.
How about this? After this live, I might need 10 minutes just to empty my bladder, but I'm open to a little after party in Apex. How about that? We can go on voice chat. Everyone's welcome. Come and say hello to me, Kalilo. I'm sure there's the guys, maybe Benson, Jokers, Jack Stacks jump in, Andy, Chronicle. There's loads of other guys as well. We can jump on a voice call in Apex after this for sure. But we need to find, there you go. We need to find ourselves. Yeah, looks like you're getting some subscribers as well, mate. I'm bringing Silverback, one of the best names in the community, says just subscribe. So come on, guys. Can we get Kalilo to 720? Link is in the chat. Go ahead and subscribe to my friend Kalilo, who's doing a fantastic job. Welcome to the Silver Lickers Club. Oh, my God. What have we started, my friend?
Oh, let's go. See, you haven't lived if you haven't licked your silver.
Okay, right. Let's get this set up. So as a reminder, guys, I am doing a giveaway. It's for members only. I do have, I've seen it mentioned, I have the guys that have become members tonight, which includes the likes of Jokers, Matt Winge, Jet Bet. Have I got Jet Bet? Let's just double check that. Jet Bet, where's that? No, let's get Jet Bet. That's a new one. I'm going to double check this, but basically I'm going to read out the list so you guys don't feel like I've got it wrong. Right. So, guys, I'm going to read through 34 names. It's the best way to do it. And in fact, rather than reading it, why don't I just share screen? Guys are like, what's this guy doing? Just share screen. I don't want anyone to miss out, but I have been updating them as people have become members this evening. So let's go on to here. And let's put this like this. Is that the best way to do it? Maybe. I think we like this one. That one's pretty good. Okay. Can you see that there, Mr. Kalilo?
Yep, loud and clear. Yeah, I can see it very clear.
Loud and clear. Is it really loud? Yeah.
Nah, not loud.
Right. So, guys, I know it's small on your screen. I understand that, and I appreciate that. But we're going to read this out. You guys are all members. Yes, Benson, you are in it. And guys, we can't spend too long on this. This is from the YouTube Studio app. These are all confirmed members, and I've added at least 10 today, new members. So we've got Shotgun Susie, we've got Steel City Stacker, Metal Mobster, we have Zoltan, we have Shiny, Israel Clayan 75, Matt Winge, I'm bringing Silverback, Jumping, Humble, Gimli, Sandy Millington, Wicked Sticky Flowers, Vegas Stacker, Crispy, we have Pretty Things, which is Rachel, the Cranky One, Andrew Blakeman, Benson, THS 2680, Mr. E. There's a few on here. Where's Mr. Jack Stacks? Oh, there he is. Okay. Mr. E, Amina, Bear, Battlefield Ghost, Gold Sniping Farmer, Jack Stacks, Ian Atterbury, CPM Andy, Investable Collectibles. I love taking my socks off. The chat's making me laugh. Jeff Stout, Jokers Wild, East End Dave, Chronicle, and Jet Bet. And that is... we've got another one as well. Here we go. Wow. Okay. Crikey. Right. There's a few more to add. So, Kalila, you're going to have to hold the fort for me here, buddy, while I add these in.
All good. Sounds good, man. And I just wanted to say real quick while you do your thing, all the people in the chat, Serps, Shotgun Susie, Wick Sticky Flowers, Mr. E, Benson's Jetbet, Nerd UK, Galley Crow, Jack Stacks, Dutch Murphy, Wicked Licky Flowers, Benson Collectibles, Galley Crow. Who else? We got CBB, CPM Invest, Andy, Mr. E, Roadkill. Pretty Things. We got Jack Stacks again. Jumping into Silver. I'm bringing Silver back. Favorite name ever. Roadkill. Shotgun Susie. Shiny Silver. I think I got everybody else trying to do a rap. Speedfire names. Bada. Joker's Wild.
What? Dude, why do you get to sound so much better than me? I asked you to hold the fort and you're showing me up here, man. Why is your voice so much better than mine? It's not fair. It just rolls off the tongue. Like when I read out the chat, it just doesn't sound as good as yours, man. That's not fair.
All that radio time. All that radio time.
Yeah, right. We got everyone. Yeah. Okay. Wicked stick. Yeah. All right. Crikey. I really appreciate the memberships, guys. Yeah, everyone's in there. I've now added JetBet, Silver Wishes, and Sav10, but we have, which is really good, we have 37 members, guys. So thank you so much. And as a reminder here, as we set that up, when this wheel lands, it's going to be spinning for 60 seconds. Have I got Mr. E? Mr. E's in there. Yeah, Mr. E. There you are. I'm on there. I just got one. Let's have a look at the chat. Yeah. Okay. You take your socks off. Right, guys. When we get to the end, the person that wins is going to win. Silver Serpents is on there, guys. Where's Serps?
Yeah, I saw Serps on there.
I'm just going to double check. have we screwed over Serps?
Oh yeah, I don't see his name now.
I'm so sorry, Mr. Silver Serpent. Do you know what? Never mind. Is Fractional Silver a scam? Is Craven a scam? Serps, is Sandy here tonight? Yeah, thank you so much, you guys that noticed. Yeah, Silver Serpents is on there. Crazy, right? So, how many is it saying I have? Yeah, it's not updated. So we've got 38. That's got to be right. There's no more than that. Okay, you're on there. We need him on. Yeah, cool. All right, I think we're good, Kalilo. We are good. So the winner's going to get a 1/40th ounce gold coin, courtesy of Gary, special guest on the channel not too long ago from the coin exchange, coin dealer himself, and he very kindly donated a 1/40th ounce gold coin in the original Royal Mint packaging, and that is going to go to whoever wins on this wheel. So I will get you when we're ready, Kalilo, to do a countdown, but we need to... apparently Benson's on there twice. Are you? Where's Benson? Benson's... Where's Benson again?
I see Benson once, and...
You're not on there twice, Benson?
Yeah, I only see him on there once. I see Bear, I see Battlefield, but I don't see Benson twice.
Oh, guys, stop it. You're making me go crazy. Right, that's it. It's final. There's no new members. That's it. Stop it, Benson. Rascal. I was just about to ask how many shuffles. Shiny's coming in with 2 already. I'm not even going to count that. It's when I put go in the chat. So I'm going to put the letter. Sorry, Shiny. You were too quick, mate. I'm not having it. Right. So, guys, after you see, it has to be after go in the chat. Give me how many shuffles. It can't be any more than 10. Okay. Go. First number after the go. 4. Silver Serpents.
Got it.
It's the first person in history to beat Shiny. Right. Yeah, I know. So we're going to go 1 shuffle, 2 shuffle, 3 shuffle, 4 shuffles. I think we need some music for this moment, don't we, Mr. Kalilo?
Let's do it, man. Rock that Craven jam. I'm still here.
Yeah. Sometimes life doesn't teach you gently. Sometimes you gotta lose your way.
Can you hear that?
I hear it.
Before you find your
Okay.
road.
Guys, Kalilo, give me a countdown from 10. Do it from 10.
You got it. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Good luck, everyone!
No shortcuts, no handouts, no easy ride. Just one more step with the fire inside. I watch some dreams turn into scars. Watch some nights wishing on stars. But every setback had something to say. Get back up, you ain't finished the play. And I know the hardest roads can change your soul. Don't find strength until you lose.
Who's it going to be? I think it's going to be the cranky one. It is. Congratulations. By the way, I didn't realize that the spinning wheel was going to play the drums so loudly. So I'm sorry if that completely ruined our song here. What do you think, Khalilo?
I'm back. The cranky one got it. My man.
He
Congrats.
did. He did.
Cranky.
Congratulations. Cranky one. If you are here, drop me a message, my friend, or if somebody could kindly let the cranky one know, and we can arrange for you to receive a 1/40th ounce gold coin. That is amazing. Thank you so much to Gary once again for donating such an amazing prize. Yeah, really, really cool. Everyone's saying congratulations. Love to see it. So, Khalilo, 2 hours, 20 minutes nearly. Thank you so much, mate. The time has flown by. We've had a really good turnout tonight. Everyone seems to enjoyed it. I especially enjoyed it. Thank you for coming on the show, my friend.
You got it, buddy. It was a pleasure. It was an honor. Happy to do it again anytime.
I think we need to do a part 2. Probably only fair that I come on your channel next time, though. Switch it up. And of course, it'd be an honor to go on your channel, let you have some fun with the soundboard. Maybe you can teach me how to do that at some point. I can take some notes. Now, before we go, I would like to ask you, can you give me a question? Now, I hope you can have some fun with this, especially after the questions you got stitched up with. I'm not going to confirm who it is yet. I may be going solo next week by choice. But for when I have my next special guest, what question would you like to leave that I will ask them on your behalf?
I have a 2-part question. And if I could put a PS on it. So the question is, the main question
Yes.
A PS, like if you're writing a PS, like basically a third question, but not really a question. So number 1 question, what does legacy mean to you? And part 2 to that question, if you were to pass away, did you leave instructions for your stacked to your loved ones? PS, do you lick your silver?
Oh, okay. Well, I mean, I'm not the one answering that question, so I will find a guest that's going to get stitched up. Brilliant, mate. Thank you so much. Great live. Of course, I'd like to give you the opportunity before we wrap up, before I end this show, and wish everyone a good next week. Do you have any final closing words for everyone that showed up to support tonight, my friend?
Oh, man. So final closing words. Thanks for everybody who rocks with me, who subscribed, who's a member on the Tribe Circle of Trust. Thanks to Shotgun Susie again, Amina, Serps, Gold Sniping Farmer, Cav, everybody who watches the 24/7 lives regularly. And remember, if you want to ever just come hang out, you don't have to listen to just the music. You can come say hi. I do my best to check in from time to time. I usually have it running in the background while I'm working. So it is a lot of work, but I do it for fun. I like to engage with the community. And yeah, just, come check out my content. Again, I'm live Monday, Wednesdays, and Fridays every morning, 6 a.m. Pacific Standard Time. And then you can pretty much catch the radio show anytime. And so just, again, thanks everybody. Appreciate y'all.
Love it. And can I say, guys, we finally got a positive comment from Gally Crow. Let's go. Khalilo, do you want to read that? I need to play the applause. Let's go.
Let's go. Yeah. Gally Crow 2 says, thank you, Craven. Can I just say that your hair is looking absolutely beautiful tonight?
We made it. We managed to go from comments of abuse to compliments. Thank you so much, Gally Crow. I'm glad we're now best friends. Let's go.
That's a W right there.
Thank you so much, guys. Thank you, Khalilo. Thank you to everyone that showed up tonight. I hope you enjoyed the show as much as I did. Looking at the comments, I think you did. Please don't forget, on your way out, please kindly smash the like button. And don't forget, if you want to hang out for 10 minutes or whatever time you've got, it usually goes on a lot longer. There will be an after party in Apex Bullion Discord. Just head into Apex, go to the voice chat, and I'll be in there in about 5-10 minutes, and we can all have a good old chat and keep the conversation going. But apart from that, I want to wish you all a fantastic fantastic rest of your evening. Another 2.5 hours left until Monday technically begins. Take yourself some good momentum into next week. Smash your goals, whatever you're doing. And as you know, I will be seeing you in the next one. Take care, guys. All the best.